Hello, hello, hello. Oh, there they are. Hello, everyone. How we doing?
Hey.
So
Good
morning.
Hey, man.
Welcome back, Dodger. Good to see you back. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great.
Good, good.
Delighted to be here.
For those who missed it, Dodger was not here last week, so Meka, Flutten, Benji. Obviously, you already know Dodger. This is Dodger, Meka, Flutten, and Benji, our three guests for these 3 episodes.
Oh, guys.
It's lovely to meet you.
It's so good to meet you for the first time ever, Benji.
Well, we have quite a bit to get into because we're packed into 3 episodes. So, without delay, I'll ask if anyone's got anything they want to shout out before we get started. And with nothing there, let's get into the recap. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I could follow through here if you want, but this is the kind of group, so maybe not. In the other group, all of the players decided to force the guests to read the recaps because they're evil people. But you can also follow through if you like. What would you like to do, resident players? For anyone who doesn't know, I make the players all read the recaps.
I do think it'd be a good idea to have Dodger
He holds us at
read it.
gunpoint. This is not a joke.
The person who wasn't here.
Everybody
reading
brace
the
yourselves.
recap.
Yeah, a follow through, I think, that we typically do on the normal show is if someone was missing from an episode, they read the recap. So I'm down to take the bullet this week.
Yeah, it's like coming to the front of the class.
Take the bullet. He
yeah.
is holding a gun. This is confirmation.
All right, we'll pick the weakest member next week. Let's have Dodger read it this week and kickstart us into episode 59.
Fantastic.
Welcome back, everyone, by the way. Good to see you. All right, Dodger, if you want to take it away.
It is no rumor that last we left off, Tak, Desmond, and V entered into the Feywild only for Tak to disappear and be replaced by a dead hobgoblin actor. Tak had swapped places with them, and meanwhile V and Desmond met with 3 mercenaries on the other side. Hazel, Cheebs, and Ballsack? And Simi or Simi? Simi?
Simi.
Simi.
Full name Awesome, right?
Awesome.
Yes, full name
Yes.
Simi.
Naturally. Together, the group found out that a theatrical performance called The Songs of the Magpie Witch was going to take place in the vault they intended to get into, and they would need to join as understudies and replace the actors. The reward for such a performance would help them activate the vault from this side. The group shopped around, waiting for the actors to finally leave the vault, preparing for the performance tonight.
We're going to cut back a little bit here. You've just teleported through into the Feywild, the 3 of you. And as you're appearing, you feel a little bit queasy for a moment, Tak. Your body starts shifting, and your eyes start flickering. At one moment, you're seeing the Feywild around you, and then the next, you're seeing a room. You're lying on your back, vertically on your back, and you suddenly appear. Your body shifts. It's like almost the same feeling you get when you misty step. That kind of dissipation, the kind of reapparition somewhere else. And you're lying there, and you feel larger. You feel in a stronger body. You're still you, but it's like you've transformed into this. You've used your changeling form to transform. In one of your hands, extended outwards, you've got almost like a clawed hand that feels stiff. You can feel drool down your lips, but it tastes sour, bitter. And you're lying there in this bed with someone who's leaning across over you, a kind of a dwarven lady who's kind of pushing her fingers against your neck, checking for a pulse. She pulls back. And in that moment you hear, "Oh my god, by the gods, that was an amazing performance. 3.5 minutes. Galamus, you've outdone yourself." And you see this other hobgoblin steps into the room, younger, kind of almost wearing kind of fineries. He steps, "To die for 3.5 minutes straight. It was phenomenal. Your dedication to your craft is second to none. How did you do it?"
Am I able to move?
Yeah, the body feels a little stiff, but it's you.
I think the second that this person who is over me had pulled back, I would have tried to stand up or like.
Okay, yeah.
Like I also would have been like, what? Where the
Startled.
fuck am I?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can.
So I think I'm standing. Am I just in a?
You're in like a
room?
bedroom. Yeah. It's like a little side room, kind of almost like a workspace. You've got like a desk on there. They've got kind of almost like this blackened floor in front of you where people clearly act. They've kind of almost got these like blocking lines that they've drawn on with chalk. And as you stand up, you knock a goblet down to the ground. You see like a greenish liquid spill out of it. And the hobgoblin just leans down, picks it up, and goes, "The real deal. Yeah, there's no one who is more dedicated in their craft than you, Galamus. I truly believe that you deserve that role." They're going to be startled. The dwarf nods and goes, "Well, you're alive, so I guess I'm not needed. Call for me if you try that again. I suggest don't do it, though, okay? The performance is later tonight." And she slips out.
Dak will nod.
The hobgoblin folds his arms behind his back and goes, "Well, if there's anything else you need, it was an honor to have studied alongside you. I do believe you've got about 12 minutes until they get the illusion ready, so when you're ready for that, come on out and, just do one of the poses you practiced. I think pose number 2 was fantastic. You'd also see on your body, you have your magical items. You're not wearing your clothes, you're wearing whatever this hobgoblin's clothes are. But you are wearing your funeral marches still. They're still on your feet.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll nod. Pose number 2. I agree.
Good. Well, I'll leave you again. I can't believe it. He kind of dips a finger into the green and goes, even just a droplet would kill me, I think. Phenomenal stuff, Galamus. Phenomenal, as he walks out your door and closes it.
I immediately look all around the room. Like, where am I? I'm in a bedroom.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh gosh, let's get this thing going, shall we?
Yes, please, warm him up.
Where am I? Here I am. Peepers check. Boop. A 20, dirty.
And also give me an investigation check. I want to see how well you kind of almost take in all the information around you.
14.
Okay, that's pretty good. So with your 20, you'd notice all around. You'd see scribbles on parchment of different kind of ideas. You can see almost like character names kind of circled. And you see like a bunch of different ones coming off, like Jebediah or Darker Yaminus, and like all of these kind of almost like mage-like names. And then circled is Galamus the Wise. First it was Galamus, and then it branches off again. The hungry, the strong, the stalwart, and then the wise is circled. And you can see he's kind of almost designed different clothing. You can see it's all blocking out. And with the investigation check mixed in, when you look through it all, you can see this is someone who's designed a character for a theatrical performance. You can see someone's kind of put a lot of thought into what's coming up. And they've kind of almost entitled like a page, The Songs of the Magpie Witch. And on that page, they've also got testing kind of almost lines they're going to throw out, like you have no match for my magic missile. See if you can dodge this. And all these kind of other little quirky, quite cringy almost lines. You can see like, my fireball will blot out your eyes. And like almost like crossed out little ones as well. Just a bunch of this kind of actor's workshop around the room. Along with clothing and like a wardrobe of different clothes for him to flick through.
Is there a mirror?
There is, yeah. Yeah, you'd be able to walk over towards a mirror. And you'd see yourself as a tall, quite gallant-looking hobgoblin. A little bit chubby around the cheeks, but rounded face. Hair kind of almost plaited down that curls at the bottom around your shoulders. Almost this kind of palish red hair. And you're wearing totally different clothes except for those magic items.
I don't know why. I was imagining myself as, like the human version of Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
But a hobgoblin? Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I want to cast Sending.
Yeah. What we'll do is whatever you send now, I'm retconning what I asked you, would you have sent Sending if you didn't know? We did a Sending. This would be the real one, okay? Because it's just coming from you. So yeah, you can cast Sending.
Okay. I will cast Sending to Desmond.
Okay.
And say, where are you guys? This isn't, I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sending, different spell. Not the same as just being able to have a conversation. Not that sort of spell.
No.
Okay.
25 words.
Right.
Don't forget the love you buy at the end.
I have to put a love you high at the end as well. Yeah. Oh my
It's
gosh.
really
There's so
important.
many specifications. Okay. Yeah. Are you guys in the Feywild? I'm in an actor's body, I think. Oh my gosh. I'll try to find you. Love you, bye.
Okay, 25 words. Yes, we're here. Found hobgoblin. That's one word, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Hobgoblin's one word, yeah.
Body. Hid him in bushes.
We took their clothes too. We got
Pretend, yeah.
Good.
Pretend you're Galamus the Wise. For now. We'll find you too. Love you. Bye.
Good.
Question mark?
Yeah, you'd hear the response of Desmond in your mind, meaning he's likely on the same plane, and he did arrive as well.
Desmond turning to V like, Tech just said they love me.
Yeah.
Didn't know we'd reach that.
Whoa.
Are there windows?
Not in this room, no.
Okay. Galamus? Is that the name that's written on
Yeah,
everything?
Galamus the Wise.
Galamus. Okay. And how much time did this guy say that I had?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Fantastic. Great. I'm going to leave the room.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that piece of paper, the like paper that clearly had like the workshopping of my OC on it. I'm going to put it in my pocket. Yeah, I'm going to leave the room.
Mm-hmm. You're in like a hallway. There's no windows. It's almost like it's an underground bunker. It's all very well designed inside. Kind of ornamental, almost like flowers and whatnot are kind of almost hung up around the area to try and give it a little bit more life, but it seems to be almost like a carved out hallway. You would see kind of down further in the hallway, there's kind of a larger room where more people are gathered, and there seems to be a bunch of people rushing around to each of these other actors who are kind of gathered around, getting kind of pampered and makeup put on them to look nice and kind of like checking out poses and whatnot. You can hear them saying, "All right, 9 minutes, everyone, 9 minutes, get into place soon. Make sure you finish up all of the makeup on them, okay? I want them looking the best they can before the theater." And you can just hear kind of all this kind of murmuring coming from the end of the hall.
Can I do a vibe check of this place and see if I can figure out who is not like a stage manager, but kind of adjacent, like somebody who's there like on the tech team to like just help get things sorted.
Do an insight check.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage because I feel like you do this in general as TAC because you're kind of the person that goes to the balls and whatnot and looks around for the safety of who to talk to and whatnot.
Okay, 17.
17. Yeah, you would notice a Largo who's walking around. His ears are kind of folded, kind of almost downward, almost like indicating he's a little bit stressed as he's kind of rushing around. Kind of a younger male one, beigeish for those who don't know what Largo is. It's kind of a rabbit person. He's kind of got this kind of dusty greyish kind of at the bottom of his fur by his chin, and he's just kind of walking around checking on everyone. And he's looking around and he goes, Galamus. You see him looking down this kind of bit of parchment. Galamus.
I'll walk right toward him.
Ah, there you are. And he walks over to him and goes, bloody hell. I didn't know if you'd be arriving. I heard you did some trick with the poison. We'd ask that you hold off on that, okay?
I did. I really need fresh air for a moment before I go on.
Oh, well, we can't open up the vault until after until in a few hours from now, after you've had some time to yourself. They'll open up the vault. We'll allow you all to go back towards the inn. You can practice yourselves there before the performance tonight. We've got to set up the Arcane Mirage in that time. But the vault doors stay closed. There's too many fans outside.
All right, I understand. Thank you.
Of course. And great voice work. Very different. Okay.
I've been trying something new, something more mysterious.
I like it. I think it fits better. The previous one was a little bit haunting. So he kind of rolls up and goes, all right, 6 minutes. We're going to get everyone over there. Where's Terren? You see this very gallant Eladrin who's got long flowing hair, very kind of almost Prince Charming. He's wearing kind of almost whitish armor, walks over and goes, I'm here. Goes, okay, Terrence, you're going to be the one that starts everything, so we're going to get you into position first. He goes, I do. I know. And he walks over towards the side and kind of stands there and smiles and just waits, perfectly still like a statue in his pose, and they start kind of putting everyone into place. Once we get the pose up, we'll get the illusion sorted, and then you'll have the whole kind of afternoon for yourself. Okay.
Great.
And he wanders over to start helping some of the other actors.
Okay. 2 questions now.
Mhm.
First question. Is there... The implication has been that the drinking the poison thing is like an act I do. Or is that just the thing I do in my off time?
You can roll an insight check, if you like.
Okay.
To almost determine your character.
Okay.
As a treat, you allow yourself some poison.
A dirty 20. Do I think I'm just a freak?
Over the course of the next
or-
5 minutes, when you're walking around and you talk to people, and people like congratulate on that and go really dedicated to craft, you start to realize that it's not a trick. Galamus, the actor behind it, was very into method acting, to a point that you start to go back and look at
Right.
notes again, and you realize that he wanted a portion of his act to be he would drink and die towards the end of the tale, and he takes it way too seriously. So it was more that this guy did drink the poison. He died. You just swapped into his
Right.
body. Like it's more that he's just a method actor. So everyone looks at you and kind of almost like with some sort of reverence that you are this dedicated actor and crafter.
So then, I guess, then do I think I'm going to be served real poison on stage?
No, I would say with the 20, no. It looks like Galamus just wrote that into his character, and that you get basically free reign of your decisions.
Okay.
But no, it doesn't look like there's no script. It's all kind of like, there's the idea is that it's kind of you're going in with this knowledge already. It just seems like Galamus was a little bit of he took his craft a little too seriously.
Okay, I see. Can I double check again or like commit to memory what the poison looked like in my room?
Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of almost had this kind of greenish bubbling substance. It's very typical. It's almost very stereotypically kind of tropey poison. Very easy to see. Almost like you can see, if you looked in close enough, little skulls would just bubble off of it as well and just kind of dissipate. It seems to be almost like purposefully obvious. After a few minutes, though. Yeah, go. You got a question? Another question?
My other question was just going to be, this dude, this Lago that I talked to was like, the voice you were using before was haunting. Am I like super edgy?
I'd say play off your past role. Clearly, Galamus he's trying things constantly.
Okay.
So it's more that he's indecisive at the same time.
I see.
But after the few minutes, you're pulled over, like someone grabs you by the arm, pulls you together, and you're stood there in kind of all these heroic poses. And you'd see to your side someone holding a harp shield, a little gnomish lady. You'll see this dragonborn who's kind of blowing fire onto his bow. You see all these kind of poses together, and then one person just waves their hand across twice, and you feel this magic kind of flow over you. And behind you, this perfect pose of all the illusion together. You'd probably give me a performance check.
Okay.
To see kind of if you fit in well.
A 28.
Yeah, you'd be able to match the tone. Almost upstaging Terrence with the fact that you kind of almost pull yourself together. And you could see a lot of eyes kind of like turn to you and like, did you see Ganymus's pose? Absolutely, just sensational. Sensational to think that character's going to die. And they kind of all just like walk around talking to each other. But once that moment kind of splits off, all of the actors are kind of like, you see the logo comes out and goes, all right, everyone, feel free to go back to your rooms, practice and whatnot. Later on tonight, we'll send you back to the inns to work with your understudies. Whilst this is all going on, like all this kind of little time pass goes, we've just had a few understudies sign up finally. So once we're done here and closing on dusk, we'll send you all back over towards your rooms. You've all got rooms at the inn. And once you get there, you can work with your understudies to fully craft it before the show begins. Let us know if you need any weaponry and whatnot. We have your basic swords and staves and bows in case you want to change last minute. But otherwise, yeah, take a few hours to yourselves. And then everyone just starts kind of splitting off. So, for the brevity of time, I'll ask, what would you do inside the vault for a few hours?
I mean, I guess without like any actual knowledge of what everybody else is doing. I guess I would probably sort of wander around, and anybody who seemed like down to chat, I would try to just get as much of a lay of the land as I could of what's going on with the show, anything I can find out about, just like just everything really, I guess.
In that time, I'm going to ask for a few checks. I'm going to ask for an insight check. I'll give you advantage because it's kind of representing you going around talking to a bunch of different people. I'm going to ask for a perception
24.
check and an arcana check.
Perception 8.
Okay.
Arcana 10. But my insight was good.
Yes. Yeah. You may not know how it works. One thing, you'd go around to each of the actors. You kind of meet each of them, and you kind of learn a little bit about them. A lot of them don't have the time of day necessarily, and you'd start to learn that of all the characters that have come along to this, you're probably the only one who's actually playing a true character other than Terrence. There is an element of realism here. What you start to find out is that you're in a play called The Songs of the Magpie Witch. But it's not necessarily a play. It's a trial. There is a witch, a hag, in the area who's been put on trial. And in her court case, she called for a trial by tales, where your deeds, your allegations against you are put into fairy tale form through magic. And the play is a very much real thing. You will be fighting your way through real dangers to tell a story. And it can rather end in one of two ways. Defeat the hag, and she becomes a fairy tale, her soul bound to a story that mocks her for all eternity. Or, lose to the hag, and she becomes a cautionary tale, grows in power, gains that kind of reverie around the area, and is free to roam the land. That's what the hag has taken the risk of. You start to learn of the other actors with you. Flancy seems to not really care about the craft of acting as much. Is a decent enough actor, but doesn't care as much, is more excited about the reward. There's a reward that comes to you at the end. You get to open this clock tower. There's one called Drogomog who seems more interested in the fighting element of it, and he's now slowly getting into the idea of acting. He likes the kind of excitement that comes with it. There's one called Candelabra who is cleric-y. They clearly take it pretty seriously, but they seem to be kind of alone to themselves. Flamatro, the Dragonborn, he seems to be extremely into it. He's very excited by the concept of it all. And then Terrence doesn't really give you the time of day. Kind of, there's almost like an envy there. He seems like he's the one that's surrounded. He's talking to makeup artists, signing things, giving autographs. But you learn very much that whatever this play is going to be, it is going to be the thing that gets you the deepest into the vault, and it's very much going to be a real challenge. And after learning those for a few hours and kind of gathering around, all the actors would be called together. It's dusk outside. You've kind of spent your day kind of learning and getting the ins and outs. You'd also walk around this vault and you'd see that they've almost got these teleporters. These all be kind of like teleporters right at the end, but they've shut down. They're watching over them. The guards are looking over them. And they seem to be kind of setting up stage sets and kind of almost, you can see where they've built in these like seating areas around all of these halls. And you can see now you're not in necessarily a hollowed out place. They've actually built these seats and hooks as well where pixies can watch the show. It's like they're building this entire vault into the set. But after a few hours, you finally get the word that they release it. They open up the doors, and all the actors gather around, and they wander out the front. And you can see, as the vault doors finally open up, the Feywild is open to you. You see the road that leads from this vault all the way down to the city of High Note, and you'd see the trees on the distance of all different ranges of colors. And all the fans that gather outside waiting to kind of meet all of the actors, the ones who are going to be taken on this trial, asking for autographs, calling out. Most of them focused on Terrence. And you'd be released into the city. And wandering those roads, now merging with everyone else. As everyone else you would see, followed by fans and kind of hailed by different people, you'd see the actors walking out. Tack still in the form of Galamus, as they wander towards the inn. You're going to probably see them along the road on the kind of eastern side of the town. So, merging the two groups back together, Tack, you'd probably make out the group in the distance, kind of amidst all the fans. You'd see your kind of, you'd recognize V and you'd recognize Desmond and surrounded by a few others. What do you guys do?
What is the exact location that we're meeting at, Joe? Just really quick.
I would say you're kind of in the middle of town. So it's kind of like they've just come from the eastern portions of town, from the kind of road outward. So it's more that you've just seen the actors walk into the town. They're kind of heading towards the inn, and you're looking on them on the road. Like you guys are towards the side where all of the fans are gathered.
Okay,
so they're going towards the inn.
I was just gonna say, if I'm like fully committing to being this dude, I would go with them to the inn, but sort of like keep an eye on everybody and hope that they were also gonna head in that direction, I guess.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
Actually,
okay.
You know what I do? Mm-hmm. If we're in full on hanging out with the fans mode, mm-hmm. I would just blatantly like, hello, and like finger gun and wink over there. And be like, we're signing at the inn.
What was that gesture they did?
Signatures for everyone.
You hear people
and
kind of like,
on this guy, and I'll point to Terrence.
Oh, no need for that. No need for that. No, what the hell are you doing, Thomas? He starts to get frustrated. He walks a little bit ahead of you, continues siding as he walks along. What do you, I should say 6 with Ballsack in mind as well. What are the 6 of you doing on the side?
You can't forget Ballsack.
Yeah, can't forget Ballsack.
Well, free drinks are on the table.
Do you even drink?
No, but I like observing those that do. Do you drink?
No.
Oh.
Well, I drink. I think we should go over there and get some free drinks. Why not?
Yes, that sounds great. What about you, Desmond? Do you drink?
Oh, no, I'm incapable. I hold the glass still because it makes you look approachable. You know?
Social manipulation. Fantastic.
Yes, exactly.
That's great.
You should try it. If you don't drink,
I
still
honestly
just hold the
should
glass.
try it. Sounds like it works pretty well. I guess I'd just start walking towards.
Yeah, V would start pushing through. Trying
You're
to
gonna follow
get
them to the inn?
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time the actors get to the inn, you would see that they've got guards on the outside, and they've put like a little perimeter fence around the front of the inn. And you would see, as you're kind of like Terrence walks ahead first, and all of these actors go inside, that they've shut down the entire inn for you. It's been kind of locked off for the next few hours, so that the actors are kind of left in peace. So you'd walk in almost like a red carpet as you go inside, and they kind of close off the doors, guards holding back anyone that wants to come inside. And all of the actors would walk in, they'd kind of look around going, okay, well, Terren's kind of goes, I'll see you all in a couple of hours' time. Remember, your understudies. They are an aspect of yourself, your shadow. Learn from them as they learn from you. Yes. And he wanders up to his room, and you can see the others that kind of like roll their eyes and whatnot, go up to the bar, order some food and whatnot, and all kind of flock over towards their rooms. Almost like they've kind of almost prepared for this for a little while. Leaving you Galamus in kind of the bottom area. As that's happening, the rest of you would kind of get over towards the front. The guards would be like, no one comes through, no one comes through. This kind of goblin guard steps in front of us. All right, you lot, sorry, we're not permitting any fans. It's actors and understudies only in there today.
We are understudies.
What's the names on the list? And you see this other kind of hobgoblin steps and goes, yeah, that matches them. All right, send them through. Yeah, send them through. And then you hear from behind you, wait for me. And you see the half satyr, half gnome rush up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I can't wait to learn from Galamus.
And they would kind of push ahead on the red carpet and walk straight into the inn. But the five of you permitted to go inside.
Nice.
Very nice.
Which you would probably see Galamus, as all the others have kind of wandered up in that time that you've arrived. Galamus just stood there in the front. The bartender's kind of busy to the side. He's kind of preparing some food in the back. So the room is mostly just empty with like kind of staircases that lead up to all these different selected rooms. Giving you a bit of peace and quiet, except for one person, which is Elamort, the half satyr, who's he kind of stands and walks in with you all. But yeah, for the first time, you guys are all meeting together.
I'm trying to think. Big sigh of relief.
Yeah.
I bet.
I'm trying to think of how we could tell Tack what our plan is without drawing a bunch of attention.
Yeah, I think Tack would look at them, look around, because Tack didn't know they were understudies. So I think I would have been mid planning out how to make a reason for them to come into the inn or a reason for me to leave. Like, oh, I drank a lot of poison, I'm gonna barf, you know. So seeing them come in would go, the understudies. Question mark?
And
Yes.
you are Galamus.
I am
The
Galamus.
wise.
The wise, indeed I am.
And I'm Elamort.
And you can see the half satyr kind of steps down and goes,
I'm your understudy. I'm here to learn.
He is not with us.
Okay.
I see.
Yes. I've heard of your deed inside with the poison. Fantastic work. Should we go up to a room and study? We only have a few hours.
Ballsack starts growling at this guy.
I suppose.
he steps to the side a little bit to his right.
Yes, we should.
Yes.
Let us go upstairs and I will give you your first task to truly get into character.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. And he rushes up and he kind of takes a couple of drinks from the side and goes, all right, let's go. And he takes the key, kind of wanders up to the room ahead of you, unlocks it all, kind of takes off with the barkeep, walks inside. He's like excited walking in there.
I don't know which room is mine.
Just follow him. Yeah. I'll follow him up into the room and shut the door, sit on the bed, steeple my fingers.
What does it mean to you to be an actor?
Everything. I'd give it my all, just like you.
For to truly act, you must know reality.
Oh my god.
You cannot cry on stage unless you have cried off stage.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
No.
I'm going to give you a task to truly be my understudy.
Okay.
I have drank a lot of poison.
Yes.
I I will not make you drink poison, for it is something that you must build up to.
Yes.
But I want you to sit in here and imagine that the blackness of the room, the isolation, feels like the spark of life leaving your mind and your body as the poison takes you.
Roll a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage because he thinks you're Galamus.
I legit thought you were gonna tell this guy to kill himself.
So just drink the poison.
I was like, oh shit.
A 31.
Holy fuck, let's go.
Wow.
I know what you mean. I shall poison
I
myself
knew.
of the room.
I saw something in you. You get me.
I get you.
Now, as I was mere hours before, I want you to rest upon this bed. Imagine that you have drunk of the poison
Yes.
and let yourself feel the despair.
It shall be done.
He lies into bed.
I will come when I feel that you have truly sunk into the despair.
Yes.
I leave the room.
Yeah, he remains there. All right, yeah,
Fantastic.
you're totally alone in the room downstairs together. Once Tack arrives back.
Yeah, Tech comes back down and goes,
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, where did we put Tech's clothes? In the bag of holding, probably.
Yeah, I imagine he's kept on.
If
put it in
looks at the
something.
people that I don't know.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I was gonna
don't-
ask.
I
Yeah.
don't look like this, by the way.
This is Tack, the friend we told you about, and Tack, these are some new companions we have that are going to assist us in the vault.
For the sake of helping Dodger out as well, do you want to briefly describe what you guys look like? And I'll throw up some images again.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go we'll go the opposite direction. Flutten, do you want to describe what your character looks like again? Like a brief one?
Sure. Yeah. She's like a pretty young looking girl. She's human. She has really long white hair. And she draws little cartoonish eyeballs all over her skin with paint and marker.
So
Okay, sick.
that's our Hazel. And then going up the direction with the Mecha, right? So Cheebs and Ballsack.
You see a naked squirrel that's also blind, but right now he has an Elma mode bob, a silver bob,
That's
right?
true.
That's where he left him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true,
beautiful.
He's very wrinkly. Simi's obsessed with his wrinkles. I guess you don't know that yet. And you see like a very small rock gnome with also silver hair, wearing goggles and just like very tattered clothing, and a bow with shrooms on it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's Cheebs and Ballsack. And then finally, Simi. Oh, that's his token.
That's me.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
You notice immediately like a very imposingly tall presence, but lithe, so not intimidating. Very lithe. He kind of has the structure of a balloon, where like he's bulbous at the top with his big arched back and his big head, but very lithe down as you go further to his feet.
Okay.
But he looks like a giant silverfish, and he has crooked antennae and tails coming out of his butt. He is covered in all kinds of scrolls and books and satchels and utensils and such that one would use for alchemy and the like.
Fantastic.
That's our three.
What do we see?
Well, you're in the hobgoblin form still.
You
Yeah,
see-
what does this hobgoblin
You
look
see
like?
human Shrek.
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
hobgoblin.
We'll say it's human Shrek, but with red
Hobgoblin
skin.
Shrek.
Yeah, it's human
Yeah.
Shrek, but with like red skin and more of a robe kind of going down on the chest. But yeah, broad,
Yes.
kind of quite gallant-looking hobgoblin.
I don't understand what went wrong. Why was I separated from you guys?
Honestly, we're not sure.
We do not know. We came through and there was a dead body of a hobgoblin wearing your clothes, which hands them to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this
we also
motherfucker just drank poison. That's why he died.
Wow.
Why would he do that?
He's a method actor. He believes that the best way to perform as though he's been poisoned is to actually poison himself. So he died.
What a fucking dumbass.
I agree.
Interesting.
The play and everything, the theater, is how we get into the vault, apparently.
Yes, I was in there.
I'll tell them everything that I know about like the different actors and what I found out about the hag and how all of that is working, and that it's, you know, that it's not really acting, that it's more like fighting through stories and all of that.
We'll also share on the other side that we need to replace each of the actors so that we're all mainliners in the shows, so that we can all participate and get in there, basically, which is why we all signed up to be understudies. So we need to find either ways to kill them or to make them like not be able to participate in the play. So
do I feel like I probably needed to ask this before, but like, did any of them feel like they were as strong or stronger than us? Would I have been able to get that sort of like vibe?
Give me an insight check.
Like battle style?
Yeah.
Okay.
This will just kind of be the general representation of it. I could also tell you that the group also learned some weaknesses of them last week as well.
yes.
Fantastic.
Which would be written up. I think
Yeah.
Benji's got it written down somewhere up.
Yeah, I'll reply
Yeah.
to it in the chat so you can see it.
It was a 12 because it wasn't at advantage. Or was it? No, it wasn't.
No, it wouldn't technically be. You
I'll just
would
repost
have
it.
probably found that they all could somewhat fight. To be as good as your group, probably not. Though it seemed like, I mean, like Terrence has the ability to fight. It seemed like he was actually quite capable with a sword. He's swinging it around. Same with like Flamitaro. Flamitalo. So the only one that maybe didn't have as much of a flair was Flancy. They seemed like they might be coasting through a little bit. The others seemed like they could all handle themselves somewhat. But yeah, the rest of them, not so much. Not as good as you guys.
Right.
And we've already selected which one of those each of us want to try and replace as well.
Yeah. Which I also wrote down if anyone forgot. So V was Drogamog, Hazel was Candelabra, Desmond was Flancy, Cheeves was Flambat. What is it? How do you say it?
Flamitaro.
Aaron?
Flamitaro.
Flamitaro, and Simi was Terrence.
Yes.
Yes.
So none of us except Desmond are opposed to killing if we need to, but we do know weaknesses about each of them.
Fantastic.
That might make it easier to get them out of the running for tonight's show. So that was our current goal. We also have 2 optional areas, I believe, left that we can stop to get greater rewards from the vault, or access to greater rewards, basically, from the vault, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So you've one thing that they learned is that the winners of if you do manage to get through this and it becomes a fairy tale, you get to open up one compartment of a clock, and so the compartment's all hidden behind times. You can basically choose a time at random, or if you already know a number that you want, you can open that one up instead. It's like, imagine it's a vault of like hundreds of different possibilities. The winner gets one opening of their choice. But one of the things you would have learned about the story is that the Magpie Witch stole the Song of Joy and the Song of Sorrow, and then also the voice of the current Lord, Lord Madrigal of High Note. So if you manage to find the Song of Sorrow, the Song of Joy, and the Voice, you'd get one more opening for each one, so more loot for each one. So last week, the group decided to go around looking for ways to get a number, different numbers. They won a riddle contest against someone, an insult battle against someone, and won their number. But they know of two others. They know that there's probably one in the hut of Shiboda the Witch that is being put on trial. And there's also the actor Flancy, they learned, has a number as well that they could try and get out of them. If you don't get these numbers, though, it doesn't mean that you can't open stuff. It's just that these will likely have good rewards, whereas random can come up with anything. You could get a sock.
Joe, did we settle on the actual performance being tonight or tomorrow?
It's they've told Tack it's going to be tonight. So it's going to be in a few hours.
So we have a couple of hours to replace every actor, and then if we have bonus time, we can go get those 2 other times, I feel like. Because the most important
one of the
thing
times is on the actor. So it would be...
perfect. So 2 birds, 1 stone.
If you do this acting bit, you'd probably have time to rather go to the hut or to like a shop or 2. And that'd be it before we move on to the other bit.
Perfect.
Cool.
So, yeah. Figuring out how to replace all these actors with what we know.
What was the plan? Did you guys have a plan?
Killing is easy, but someone raised a good point, which is there are consequences at times. I don't know
But
if
not
you remember,
always.
if you remember Bucket and Mop situation.
I do remember Bucket and Mop. Those silly billies.
We do know of weaknesses for each one we could try to exploit.
Okay.
Looks at scrawled notes that V took, or
Yeah. Slides across table.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of them are like one of them's a gambler. So if we try to gamble for the role, right? Or something.
yes,
Dragamog is insecure and easily gets insulted about their appearance. So if we say like you don't fit the part or something, like maybe we could be like, fuck
Right.
you.
right. Okay.
Candelabra
Well-
has allergies.
Are we doing this together? Are we going to work as a team to do these things, or should we split and try and resolve them as quickly as possible
I mean,
individually?
yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that you could all be doing this stuff at the exact same time because technically you are
true.
understudies.
That's
Yeah.
true. As long as we agree that we're not going to try to do violence individually, because that would get us into
That could get
precarious.
dicey, yeah.
Yes.
Time-wise and also consequence-wise.
Yeah. I think the one we know the least about actually is Flamataro. Just that they're mysterious.
And they're from outside the Feywild, right?
Yes, and also Terrence might have something, like Terrence might be kind of potentially scary because Terrence is not what they seem. They have a skeleton in their closet.
I
Yeah.
can handle Terrence.
I
Terrence
don't
the
know about that, Simi.
I could take him.
Solo. So I actually maybe Flamataro and Terrence we should do together, but the other ones might be okay to do solo. But it also depends like how comfortable people feel
Roleplay and
doing
stuff,
like
yeah.
persuasion checks and role play and stuff like that as well.
It's not always going to be persuasion as well. You can also
That's
use whatever
true.
strength you got to
intimidate.
try and there's
That's
intimidation.
true.
You could do arcana to work as there's a lot of stuff you can do here. But yeah, you've each been assigned one if you want to go that route, or you could attempt it together. But obviously, I will say they're expecting understudies to come up, so you can work with that. You can work
True.
against that. It will just change the DCs.
Are the actors in here still? This
They're
bar?
up in their rooms. They're all in their
Oh,
rooms
okay.
waiting. They've kind of all the
we
drinks
were
up.
alone
Oh,
downstairs.
okay.
Would it be kind of strange if a group of people arrived and were like, we're all hanging out and this is your
Yeah,
understudy? We
that's a
might need
good
to like wait
point.
outside the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should do individual, like branch off then for that reason, especially.
Yeah.
For Candelabra, for Hazel, I'm trying to think, because if they have hay fever / allergies, can we just grab some hay from somewhere nearby?
That's what I was thinking. Like literally just go
Right?
outside, grab like a
get some
clump of
dust.
grass.
Throw it in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah. Let's come up with an order of operations then.
Sure.
Because I think probably something like Terrence will leave till later, and the other one that might
Yeah.
require some assistance
We
on.
should see
but
how
take care of
everything
the
else
other
is
one, so-
going first.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go first with Drogamog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
if-
insult his
yeah.
appearance.
Go and saw his parents.
I
make
feel
fun
like
of-
V is perfect for that because
Yeah.
he's so straightforward.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
just
you
not
don't
fazed
even
by his
bother-
ripped, flexing
Yeah.
abs.
No.
yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Yeah.
So you want to start with
I have a
Dragamog? So
question.
yeah, hit me up.
Yeah.
Do we know what actor has the code?
Yes, you learn the
Flancy.
flancy.
Clancy.
Flancy has it.
Flancy.
Clancy, sorry.
I like it. Okay.
I could seek out this Drogamog and would you all like to wait outside the door? We could see how it goes.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna check on my
We
little
could protect you.
weirdo in my room.
My little weirdo.
He's like snoring in the room.
Yes.
Yeah, literally, I'm gonna like.
Yeah, when you go and you can see he goes,
That's not right.
and he turns over again.
Oh no, he's trying so hard.
And like he keeps just trying different ones and different poses, but he can't get it right.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, if I've opened the door and he hasn't noticed I'm there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go.
He grabs hold of shit.
Do you feel that? That is true reaction.
Yes.
Try it again.
And I shut the door. Fantastic.
V, you'd walk over towards Dragamog's door, and you can hear him inside going. Oh no! Oh no! What do you? Do you walk in? You knock?
Oh, yeah, I'd walk in like as he's mid roar, and she'd just look at him so deadpan and be like,
Is that what you're going to do?
He turns, looks, and goes. Yeah, I think so. I'm working on it. I'm gonna scream at the witch when I see her, and then say something strong like, "Die."
just stares at him blank, unimpressed.
Are you my understudy?
Mm.
A little small. Why aren't you doing anything?
I just can't believe they chose you.
What do you mean I'm perfect for the role? I'm the tough one. The strong one. The one that can throw boulders and heck with my ex.
Arm wrestle me.
Fine. Why? And pulls over Tinger's home. Puts his elbow on it. Why?
You look too stupid to be smart.
Roll an intimidation check.
My
I'll give you
God.
advantage because you know his weakness.
She's like not making any sense trying to freak him out. Intimidation, you said.
Yes, please.
I'll rage as well.
Okay, so you can use
Just-
strength, yeah.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
Okay, let's see it.
So my 21 plus 4, I believe?
Yes,
Is it
yeah.
25?
He goes, I'm strong. He puts his elbow there and you can see his hands already shaking now.
What's the heaviest thing you've ever lifted?
How much do you bench? Yeah.
I don't know. Big rock. A big rock.
Try to swing this sword. She's gonna pull it off and hand it to him.
He picks up. He swings it kind of lightly, but you can see it's kind of too big for him and awkward in his hands. It's not fair. It's not really
ridiculous. Like a fool.
What are you saying, Mr. Moon? What are you saying? You can see his eyes start getting misty.
She's gonna grab the sword back.
I think you need to learn more before you can take on a role like this. I think you need to self-discover.
Well,
I think you don't believe that you are actually strong. It's easy to see through it. 23.
Oh, I'm useless. I'm just gonna make a fool out of myself. Right. He kind of just slumps into his bed and just sits down.
She's gonna like awkwardly put like a claw on his shoulder and be like,
you are not useless. Maybe a little bit right now, but this is why you need to become better and feel to your core that you are strong and meant for this. If a stranger could come in and knock you down like this, can you really expect to play Drogomog in this play?
It's not even a character, it's just my name. Couldn't think of one.
What do you want to be, Drogomog?
Loved.
Oh my god.
Like parents.
Oh. I heard Terrence isn't really up to snuff anyways.
You're wrong. He looks down.
Do you love Terrence?
See him fold his arms away. No. You're right. I've got to practice more. I can't just come in here and think I'm everything.
If you want to be loved, you have to start with yourself.
Yeah.
You have a lot to think about. I will take this off your hands for the evening. But I believe in you.
You do that? Oh, I
Yes.
thought I was going to make a fool of myself. I was a
You
relief.
wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I'll go and let him know I'm busy. Hey, you're taking over. Thank you. What's your name?
I'm just nobody.
Nobody. He stands up and grabs his axe. It's much cooler than Drogomog. Good luck tonight. He walks out of the room, heaves his axe onto his back, and kind of wanders down the stairs. You can hear him open the front door and start talking to the people outside, bowing out. One down.
I feel bad. I just gaslit that guy and then therapized him.
I mean, maybe you helped him in the long run.
Could have saved his life.
Maybe, you know, could have saved his life.
Honestly, you did a pretty good job therapizing him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's gonna go and love himself now.
There you go.
Okay. Who do you focus on next? Who wants to go to their actor next?
I feel like we should leave Flancy for later too, because they potentially have one of the things.
Yeah.
So maybe Candelabra or Flamataro?
We don't know very much about Flamataro is the only issue.
Yeah.
Can I cast a spell, please?
Of course. What spell?
One moment. One moment. Just trying to
Of
remind
course, of
myself what it's
course.
called. And how it works. I'm looking at clairvoyance. I think. Okay. Another room in this inn counts as an obvious location that is unfamiliar to me.
Yeah. The rooms are pretty much identical.
So, I would like to cast clairvoyance into Flammataro's room with hearing.
Interesting. Okay. You cast into his room and listen in. It's quiet for a couple of minutes. You can only hear like the shuffling of weaponry. And then you'd hear him say, like the sending spell, you hear the kind of casting it. He goes,
I'm in. They don't expect me. Tell the Dark Fey Lord he'll have his gift. Once this play is over, the voice of Madrigal will be his.
and then silence as you hear him get a response. And then just a series of him checking knives and daggers. You can hear the kind of unsheathing of blades.
Can I swap to vision?
Yeah, because you can use a bonus action, right? You can see.
I can just do that. Yeah.
You can see he's stood there, and you see he's checking out all of his he's got several swords and whatnot. And then you see him kind of align this little series of files, and you can see he's got different poisons in them, and he's kind of just lining his belt, and then quickly hides them. Tightens up his kind of cloth on his front, and you can see that he's kind of almost readies his bow, kind of looking across that, and it's like he's preparing to assassinate someone. You'd also see, roll a perception check.
Okay. Come back, peepers. A 15.
Let me see how well he hidden it. You would see a very powerful scroll. Give me an Arcana check. He hides under the pillow.
15.
Let me just do the math. Yeah, it would mean a 17 DC. He has a scroll of teleport that he's hiding as well.
Okay. Assuming I could tell everyone this in a on the down low manner, I would let everybody know what I heard and saw.
So I don't know, maybe we could let the ball sack eat that one.
Which one did you say it was?
The Dragonborn.
Flammataro.
Oh. Now, who is the understudy of Flammataro? Forgive me.
I am. Me and Ballsack.
Okay.
Perfect.
Shall we take that one on next, then? It seems like the most wild one at the moment.
I'll describe in detail where this scroll is.
In case you feel like grabbing it.
Yeah. All right. Are there windows in this room? Or you said there were no windows, right?
No windows in the vault room. There's windows in these rooms. Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if we should all... Because if he's working for the Dark Fey Lord, he might be dangerous. Potentially.
Yes. Do you need backup, Cheebs?
I think you guys should wait outside this door, and if you hear yelling, screaming, or I book it, then rush in there and help me, okay?
All right.
Do I understand? Can I speak Fey? Joe, I don't remember if I chose that as language.
Let me see. What language? It should be in the bottom left of your sheet, in the kind of proficiency section. There should be languages. You picked.
Sylvan.
Yeah, you've got Sylvan in there. It's part of the. It's on the extended list of it. Yeah, you got Sylvan. Yeah, that's the Fey language.
Yay.
Okay. All right. I just barge in the door. I don't even knock.
He kind of turns quickly. You see him and goes, "What is the meaning of this?"
Want a drink? And then I have like 2 big ass
Who are you?
things. I'm your understudy. I thought you was expecting me.
I do not require an understudy.
Yeah, that's too fucking bad because they assigned me to you, so you're stuck with me. So this is part of your job.
Of course.
Um,
Fine, a drink.
Holds out his hand to kind of take it from you.
So I pass him the drink, and I give him a couple berries as well.
He drops them inside of the drink.
Is there any way that I would know that he speaks? Because he's a dragonkin, right? Would I know that he speaks Fey just by like looking?
You wouldn't
or
know it
without
by just
giving away?
looking. Dragonborn come from the material plane, not the Feywild.
Right.
So not necessarily.
Okay. Is the window in the room open or cracked?
He would have had it closed, but it can be opened. It can be unlatched.
Okay. Does he do anything besides drink? With
He's
me?
gonna eyeing you up for a moment. He looks to your to Ballsack as well and goes, turns towards his desk, and you can see he puts his drink down, turns away from you. Just make sure like he's fastening everything so it's not obvious he's kind of hiding away poisons and whatnot. And he speaks to you whilst he does and goes,
So what is it that we need to do?
Okay. While he's turned away, he's not paying attention to what's going on in the room or like what I'm doing.
No, he's talking to you with his back turned on you.
Would he be anywhere near the bed? Like if I were to have...
No, I imagine it's doorway to the right, like a desk, and then like kind of ornaments on the wall, and he's over near the desk, and he's just like fastening his belt and making sure that none of the poisons or anything are shown, and it's window straight ahead and then bed on the left, so he's back's facing the bed.
So I guess I think I'm smaller, right? So I'd be more discreet. So I might like start shuffling my way towards the bed, and I just like hop on it casually and sit there and like dangle my feet around like I'm just casually hanging out.
Give me a stealth check to kind of be a bit more quiet.
Okay.
Okay. He would hear you wandering over towards it with the 12. And goes, turns his head towards you as you get to the bed and goes,
Did I say you could sit?
No, but you didn't say very much. Apparently you're asking me what I should be doing here, and you're the one that's supposed to be telling me what I'm supposed to be doing here as understudy. So
he fully turns towards you this time, just kind of folds his arms.
Then simply learn. It is better to be a good fighter than it is to be a good actor. This whole thing is a charade. You need to know how to handle yourself. Not that you care. I am not planning on stepping down.
why do I need to know how to fight in a play? It seems that you have something else planned here.
Yes, Squashy.
The threats in this play will be real. The dangers are present. There's a reason not many people signed up to it.
What kind of dangers?
Who knows
What are
what
you
they're going to throw into it? Well, the Shaboda is a dangerous being. Her herself is enough of a challenge. She'll probably kill half the actors, if not all of the others. Anything else that she worked with? Her magpies, maybe they'll be giant. I'm not sure. The real truth of this play is that it will tell mostly truth with some broadening of the truth. It is going to exaggerate things that happened. Often lie and turn them into the reality. That could turn itself into suddenly bats flew down from the sky and attacked everyone in the city. It might even just be as simply as she has an arm made of metal. You have to anticipate the danger, not what the line is next.
If it's so scary, you're not scared of everything that's going on in here?
No. I'm prepared.
How so? How can you assure that you're prepared for this?
Because I'm Flametaro, a grand archer.
Do I notice him messing with the poisons when he was like tucking them away or no?
Roll a perception check. You can determine. What'd you roll? 26?
26.
Yeah, you definitely saw them. You saw all of them underneath the belt, and you can see them kind of jagged, very slightly popping out now.
Okay. You're so conceited because of who you think you are, but you're not as slick as you think you are, because I could see the poison hanging out of your belt and your shoes and wherever the hell you're tucking it away. Or vials, which I'm assuming, would I know it's poison? I would know it's poison.
Yeah,
right?
you could work out.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not that slick, Flametaro.
Very astute observation. Huh. Maybe you're not as thick as I thought you might be. Yes, I come prepared. I know her weakness.
Her weakness is poison.
Without her antidotes, it is.
Do you know where her antidote is, and does she have it? Do you know?
I assume she does not have it. She's been in captivity for the last little while. I doubt they would have given her any of her antidote, and the way that I know of Shibodar, she would have kept it in her heart. She keeps her ailments very quiet.
Sorry, I'm writing that down real fast.
That's okay.
Okay. Do you know anything of mushrooms?
No. He turns his back on you again, a little bit more trusting now, like almost impressed by your observation.
Okay.
Not much. Why?
You see him kind of pull out his daggers, and he's like lining them all up. And you can see now that he doesn't have to be as discreet. He's like lining some of the daggers with the poison as well.
And he's still not looking at me now?
Not looking at you now.
Can I try to stick a hand underneath the pillow and go for the scroll?
Sleight of hand check.
Sorry, cat aggro. Fuck, is that bad?
It's above average.
15. I'll see if he sees. You beat the DC by 1. You rolled a 14. He goes. You manages to pull it under from underneath the pillow and slip it behind your back. He doesn't notice.
Okay. I sneakily just pass it to Cheebs. I mean to Ballsack.
Okay, yeah.
I tuck it into a wrinkle or something.
Okay, yeah. You can see like almost under his arm.
It's under his ass?
No, arm. Arm. Like as in like a wrinkles underneath his armpit.
Okay. So, if we know that he's Dark Fae, would I know like where he's from?
Well,
What are you gonna
Or
ask?
if I know how to speak Sylvan, would I have been from like a common area of his?
Good
Is
question.
that something I would know?
Roll me a history check. I'll give you advantage because you speak Sylvan. What do you roll?
18. Sorry.
That's okay. It's good. It's just something to get used to. Yeah, you would know that the Dark Fae are they are essentially the enemies of all of the Feywild in kind of general. They're the ones that want to basically transform the Feywild into a much darker, more evil place. You would know that if he is Dark Fae, or at least working with them, that he is an enemy of High Note and everyone in it. That's why he would keep it secret.
Okay.
It basically means that if he's caught, he will be executed here. They take it very
Okay.
seriously. And High Note's quite far away from the Dark Fae. The Dark Fae is all in the kind of northern portions of the Feywild, and like the kind of Summer Eladrin fight them there and hold back the stem of this Dark Fae approach. So to have one so deep in the southern portions of the Feywild is a very kind of big risk, a big play by the Dark Fae. So it means someone's hired him to do this quite secretly.
Okay. So I've traveled far and wide, having grown up by myself and shunned from my family.
Mm-hmm.
Upon my travels coming from the north, I met a fairy who introduced me to this mushroom, and I hold it up.
He turns out,
and it's kind of like a, okay, yeah.
What does it look like?
I imagine it would be like, kind of like oil slick on the top.
Okay.
And kind of like a long stem.
Okay.
And then on the underneath, it would be like, I don't know, I imagine like a lime green.
Yeah, he
kind of bright.
Leans across and he kind of pulls his glove down a little bit harsher and picks up. Interesting. You come from the north.
I passed through the north. You've seen this before?
I've seen these before, yes.
Have you really? You've eaten one of these before?
I've not eaten one.
Do you know what this does when you eat it?
No.
According to the fairy that gave it to me, eating this will make you know things that you don't previously know. It will give you a new insight on problems you have. It expands your mind. You will lose consciousness for a minute or so, depending on how long it takes you to face this problem that you have to get the insight. But when you wake up, you will know exactly how to solve your issue. They're strong though, so the more you eat, the longer you pass out.
Give me a deception check.
Okay.
You wouldn't have advantage, should be the number on the left, which would be the 5.
5.
He goes. He places it on the desk behind him. He fully looks at you.
Are you trying to kill me?
No, I'm not trying to kill you, okay? That ain't poison. I dare you to, you could try it if you want. That's not poison though.
Yes.
I swear.
I don't believe you.
Yep, all right. Well, I could prove it to you. I could prove it to you. And then I walk over the window and I open the window.
Okay.
And
keeps a hand on his dagger at the side.
I swear I'm not trying to kill you. Watch this. I have some kind of animal skill, right, where I can like call animals to me.
Yes.
Can I call like a small baby squirrel over? Okay, maybe not baby squirrel. I call.
Kill it.
Oh my god.
I call.
The cutest,
you
tiniest
have-
little baby squirrel.
I called the most adorable animal that I can
Are
find.
you so okay?
Yeah.
So are you using
and
speak with animals?
force-feeded the mushroom.
I'm using speak with animals,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have one come over if I can.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't speak with animals, and then you call out the window. A squirrel's kind of down there, like climbing a tree to try and get towards a nut. Hears you. All right. And you hear it rush, climbs up all of the vines, climbs into and goes, "Hello."
The Flamitaro doesn't understand when
No.
I speak to the animal, right?
No,
He doesn't
you're just-
understand. Okay. So I start speaking squirrel to it, like whatever,
Mhm.
and then I tell it. I break off a super tiny piece
Mm-hmm.
of the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I give it to the squirrel. I don't think this amount will kill it, but I'm not sure. And I tell the squirrel that I want it to eat it because I need to I tell the squirrel everything. Like I need to trick this guy. He doesn't really have to. I don't know. Like I just give him a piece, but I tell him the situation, and I need this guy to believe me.
Looks down, looks up, and goes,
What do I get out of it?
Don't I have something?
"Check your inventory. Should be down in the middle, below where your gold is. Have you got anything that it could like?"
Replat.
Life, maybe living, existence.
Don't I have something for ballsack? Like what does ballsack eat? Doesn't have stuff.
You probably have rations and whatnot that you'd share with them, but you probably eat stuff across along the road with
Oh,
them. Mm-hmm.
we picked up pixie dust, right? With the scroll.
We did.
Oh, no, okay.
Oh.
Have you ever wanted to fly?
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to become a flying squirrel? Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would make it very easy to get the nuts.
I'll give you the ability to fly.
And all I gotta do is eat that.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Dude, poisoning a squirrel and getting it addicted to cocaine. That's so funny.
13.
Oh my god.
Is that? Did you roll? Sorry, I didn't. Did it come
Yeah,
up?
13.
13.
Sorry.
Okay, you guys.
Okay, but I want the whole bag.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Okay.
Holy
Alright.
shit.
This won't kill me.
Picks up it.
I hope not.
And you say that as it's biting down, it goes. Hold on, let me look up a squirrel stat block. Squirrel. Let's see what the constitution is. All right.
That's not good.
I'm obsessed with the fact that all of this is to prove to the guy that he can eat the mushroom and the squirrel.
Yeah. Well,
You say eggs. Collapses to the side and just goes stiff. He goes stiff. Flamitaro just looking at you at the same time. Confused. Just stares. You've killed the squirrel. It's dead.
Oh my god.
Oh no! What a good gamble, though.
Absolutely.
See, so it's just sleeping. That is sleeping. That's a heavy dose. It is too big for him. So, he's gonna be napping for a while, but I assure you, he is still alive. And then I knock it out of the windowsill.
well,
Just the cat.
Oh my god.
Diabolical. Oh my god.
See, roll a deception check with disadvantage. Convincing him that
good
thing's
God.
alive.
This is going terribly.
I'm setting the DC at 25, by the way. It's going to be you have to practically roll a nat 20 on this.
Holy shit!
He doesn't believe a
11.
word.
Oh my... I think I used all my 20s last session. Goddamn.
He draws out his dagger and he holds it out in front of him and goes,
Why are you trying to kill me?
I'm not trying to kill you. Okay,
You don't even believe that.
Let's cut the bullshit.
Oh my god.
You killed that squirrel. A much larger dose like this would kill me. Or at least it would hurt me a lot. Are you trying to replace me?
No, I'm not trying to replace
Did
you.
someone send
But
you?
nobody sent me, okay? I knew that you would be smart enough not to eat it, but I'm showing you that this is the best poison you could get to go against Shiboda.
It is used for poison, but you tried to have me eat it. Let us not forget what you said to me.
But yeah,
You-
but I knew that you were too smart. You wouldn't eat it, so you know, it was a test. I was testing you. You see, I was testing you.
Listen to me.
Yep, and you passed.
I think I caught you in your lie.
he points a knife towards you now, the dagger.
Okay.
Why shouldn't I kill you?
I think you need me.
I need you.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to be fighting squirrels inside of that play. What do you say?
Like you said, you never know the challenges in there. Okay, you never know. I bet that you're not as strong as you think you are. I'm gonna be done shooting the shit with you, okay?
Okay.
If you can use your flame and light my ball sack on fire.
I'm going to say it right now. He looks down at you and he kind of scrunches up his eyes.
What?
You've confused me.
What?
Okay, no, not that ball sack. Okay, there's no ball sack down there. Like my ball sack, the hairless squirrel that I'm with.
Charming.
Ball sack. If you can light him on fire and it hurts him, then I will fuck off. All right? But if you can't injure him and light him on fire, like actually hurt him with your flame that you think is so powerful, then I replace you.
What if Balsec dies?
He lowers the dagger for a second and goes,
Why would I take this deal?
Because you think you're so great, and I'm trying to tell you that you're not.
I understand this. You might doubt me, but I am not. I can blow my fire at your ball sack, but you will not be replacing me.
Okay, but now I kind of want to see if you could light Ballsack on fire.
you wanted to do
Just
it?
for fun.
He just turns and
Well,
goes,
because doesn't he have fire resist because of what Simi did to him at the...
no,
As a thing?
he had 1 minute of fire immunity.
Oh!
Hours
no,
ago.
don't do it! I think at this point I'm starting to freak out because I
Yeah.
don't know like how to
Joe.
Mhm.
I've had clairvoyance up this whole time, so
Mhm.
Oh, you know what's going on in
And
here.
you've seen him
I've
hold the
been
dagger towards
watching
Cheebs
all
now,
of this.
and
Yeah.
you've seen Cheebs back before steal the
I've
teleport,
seen some
kill a
fucking
squirrel.
crazy shit. Yeah.
She's just like scribbling, like, what next?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to shift
Okay.
into just like a cute Lago girl or something.
Okay.
And then just burst into the room.
What the hell is the meaning of this?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I'm late. I'm your understudy, I think.
He pressed the dagger behind his back.
Oh my gosh, what is going on in here? Who are you?
Me?
Oh my god, am I interrupting something?
No.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put my hand on him, and I would like to detect his thoughts.
Amazing.
Yeah, you can hear the service level at first without prying. You can hear him immediately. He's going, if that's the understudy, who sent this one? Who's this one right now? His mind's kind of racing over. Are they onto me? Like he starts to get a bit like anxious. You can see his eyes are like flicking back and forth, and he's like trying to eye up Cheebs and the thing. He thinks he's completely been seen and found.
Can I start? Is this when I can start just playing, or would I start to sense his like him questioning himself?
You can do an insight check. Try and read his facial expressions.
Okay.
I would like to delve deeper as well, Joe.
Okay.
26.
If he's like panicking about
Mhm.
potentially being like made, so to speak, I'm hoping to get more details about like
Mhm.
what specifically he's nervous about.
The 26, you definitely reveal. You can see it went from him thinking that you were just like an extremely kind of a sly understudy trying to replace him in the kind of typical Fey fashion, to now he thinks you must be involved in this plot and that the Fey are onto him. By delving deeper, do you have to do he makes a wisdom
I
saving
think
throw, yeah.
he does a wisdom save, 16, I believe.
Nat 1. You immediately get into his mind.
Acting, dude.
And you can start seeing now that he's like, he works for a contractor. He's an agent. He's been paid. He's thinking back to his contractor, who is just kind of a vague kind of silhouette. They've used the kind of magic to mask themselves and give him a role where he is to still the voice of Madrigal. You can see him thinking about that job. You can start seeing him thinking about escape plan. What do I do here? Do I kill these people? He's racing through all of the options right now to see if the payment covers it, and then he starts panicking about the idea of if the Fae discover him, the horrible things they'll do to him. They execute Dark Fae. They'll send him to a spirit world. He's like going through everything now, trying to weigh the options of, are they going to trap me inside of there? And he's kind of constantly thinking now, is this job worth it?
Okay.
I'm not sure who this person is. They are just leaving.
I see.
This is when can I start? I like sense that he's starting to question things and questioning himself. So I start speaking Fey to him.
Okay.
To kind of like intimidate him more.
What do you say?
I guess I wouldn't have the same insight that Tack does, right? Because we don't.
I'm literally reading his thoughts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but.
So I think I would just say something like pretty open-ended. Like, you know I am here, or like, you know why I'm trying to replace you or something, to just try to fuck with him.
Give me
something really vague.
Give me an advantage intimidation check.
20.
Oh, nice.
Let me finish up here for a moment, understudy.
Okay, weird.
Yeah. He follows you to the door and closes it and presses his hand against it and goes,
Why did they send you? I told them I could get this job done.
He turns around towards you now, fully just unveiling.
They sent someone to replace me? This is insulting. And tried to kill me as well?
He walks over towards the table. He just puts the dagger on the side.
So what happens now? We fight to the death? Is the job done?
I'll give you a chance to live, and I'll tell them that I succeeded at my job, and you can do what you want with the rest of your life. Or I have to complete this mission.
Okay. What are the terms?
You leave and don't show face in the Feywild. I'll tell who hired us that I succeeded, and you live your life however the hell you want. And that's the terms. And I won't kill you.
Tell me why they replaced me. What did I do? What didn't I do? I watched that hag for weeks. I learned her weakness. I did everything.
Is there anything you thought that you did wrong? Okay.
And he goes,
What do
The thing
you
that's
think
been
your greatest weakness is?
Gaslight him.
Because I think that there's something that's been weighing on you that you weren't so sure about.
It is the character. Damn it.
They thought that I would be a better fit, that you wasn't convincing enough.
I mean, I told them I could be someone else. I could take the form of a Fey. It was their idea to be Dragonborn. It is... To the hells with them. Endure your job.
and he walks over and goes, lifts his pillow.
I take a coin out of my pocket and I flick it over to him. Here you go.
He catches it and
For
goes,
your troubles.
I appreciate that. Where's the other 500? That is a 7th level spell.
You want 500 for that? I'm giving you your life, and you're asking me for money?
one intimidation check. You can keep the advantage.
Oh dear. 8.
Oh god.
I fight here. I fight here. One of us dies. I run anyway. I want something for it. Replace
How much money
me.
do you have, Joe?
3, I think maybe 400 gold? No, maybe more, because you had 350 start, and then you're given the 300 from the job. Did you spend any money last week?
I think the pixie dust might be the only thing you got.
Yeah.
I think I dropped a copper, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, in the well.
You probably have about
So I think-
600-ish. Yeah. That's
600-ish.
Yeah.
I'll give you 250 And I'll toss you a sack of this pixie dust and we'll call it a day.
Fine.
Holds out his hand to get the gold.
Okay. I hand it to him.
He takes the sack of pixie dust, pockets it and goes,
But I'm keeping my poisons.
kind of holds
Keep
a
your
hand to him.
poisons. Yeah.
Walks over towards the door, opens and goes,
And tell the employer, next time do not waste my time.
you see him march off down the stairs and away from the building. It's close to getting into a fight, but you evaded it very, very narrowly. With Flamataro gone, you replace him.
That was rough. Well done.
Yeah, that was close. I was about to roll an initiative for that guy.
God.
Yeah.
Well, you've got 3 rolls still to cover.
Candelabra, Blancy, and Terrence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shall we do that order, or do you want to mix it up? I'm easy.
So if we want to take advantage of the allergy situation, do we have a spell that can give us that stuff, or do we have to physically go out and look for that stuff?
So, can Stinking Cloud in any way be like a stinky spore cloud?
Yeah, I'd allow it. That sounds fun. Yeah.
Cool. I could do that.
You want to do like a pollen cloud? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could help out. Like, who's the understudy of Candelabra?
Hazel.
I am.
Yeah.
I
You
could
could
maybe
also
like
do.
enchant your
Yeah.
clothing with stinky spore clouds.
Ooh.
I know
We could do
Flutten
that.
mentioned getting grass too. Flutten, your character could also try to make like a grass bouquet and like accidentally drop it, like like trip and like
Yeah.
throw it in their face as well.
Oh my god. Yeah.
With like shitty
Yeah.
flowers
So I
and
will
grass
say they have
and stuff.
they have a physical allergy that you learned. So magic might be able to replicate it, but yeah, they.
But the actual thing.
actual thing is
would-
really more potent.
Yeah.
So can we like just go outside, like just outside the inn and just grab some grass and stuff?
Yeah, if you want to go around grabbing grass, flowers, all sorts of stuff, yeah. Heavy amounts of pollen and whatnot, yeah, you could. Do you want to do that?
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, you'd
I'll
want
do
to
that.
out.
I'll like cover myself in it though, like just all over my arms,
Okay, yeah,
my
yeah,
face,
just-
and my
yeah.
head.
All around.
Yeah, you can grab a bunch of it, rub it all over your face. As you come outside as well, you can see there's fans gather around like the fence post that have been there. And they see you step outside and walk over towards a patch of grass. They do this, and people are like talking like, "What's going on?" Wondering like which actor you must be working for. And you come back in covered in this kind of pollen, grass, all sorts of just mud and whatnot. But yeah, you'd walk back into the inn with it all. Candelabra's up in like room 3 up the top.
Should we still do the spore cloud thing?
I think you're covered.
Literally,
good, yeah.
Yeah.
literally covered.
If you need us, just scream or call for us. Yes.
Okay. I think I got this. Hopefully.
You've got this.
I guess I'll go up to the room.
Okay. Do you knock or walk in?
Just walk in.
Okay, you see she's leaning down in prayer, and she goes, ah. You see the fur bowl. She's got brownish kind of fur, darker brown patches. Her white robe is kind of tousled around to her waist and whatnot. So she kind of pulls it back up and goes, stands up and goes,
You're the understudy, is that correct?
I am. I'm also a big fan.
Oh, if you don't mind just staying a bit away, you're smothered. Have you been rolling around in the mud?
I might have gotten some on me. I think my clothes kind of just look like this, though.
takes like one step back.
I can't really be around it. Yeah, slight problems with it. We can practice some lines and whatnot. Go through some ideas. I don't mind. Maybe take a bath
I would
first.
I would just take like a few steps closer, like fully ignoring that she's backing away, and just tell her like, "Oh, but like I'm just such a huge fan. Like I would really love to just at least shake your hand."
It's I've got very strong
allergies towards all of this Fey nonsense. I really am trying to avoid this. I'm okay. I understand from all the distance events. She backs up into like the wall at the back and the window. Fine, just saying it from here, you know? Maybe have a bath first and I'll shake her hand.
Well, it's just that I've never been so close to a furball before, and like I would just really like to touch your fur.
No. It's okay. That would be considered quite rude. She like grabs the chair and she like puts it in between you two and is like, I'm okay. This is quite contrary. You're sure the understudy? She like tries to look past you to see if there's anyone else.
I think I would just fully ignore all boundaries and like step onto the chair just to be like really close and like eye level. I don't know how tall a furball is.
Yeah, pretty tall. Yeah. You step onto eye level. She goes.
This poor lady. Oh my
I'd
god.
want to just like pet the top of their hair and just be like, wow.
She like tries to duck under it and then you like pat. Hold another net one. She goes, the moment you touch her head, she goes, oh, no, please. Kind of like pushes past you. And then you just see, as the top of her head starts expanding and swells. And suddenly, and she turns and goes, you damn fool, you damn fool. Her like jowls of her throat kind of, and she starts fully ballooning up. And her eyes start kind of like going, and you can see she, even her fingers all kind of blown up. The entirety of her body, it's like almost cartoonish in the way that her body kind of reacts to it. Oh, where's my medicine? And you can see she's looking around now. On the desk, you can see she's kind of got all this kind of like grains and like mortar and pestle. She goes, this needs to go to it. Wanders over towards that and reaches.
I want to like kind of like an eager fan, just be like, oh, I could get it for you.
No,
and just like go first.
Give me a sleight of hand check. Try to grab it before her.
Let me grab your EpiPen for you. Hold on.
Yeah, let me note the EpiPen and more.
Oh my god.
How do you do a check for like a specific thing?
So
I haven't done
do you
that
see
yet.
all of the words where it says skills? Like it starts with acrobatics, animal handling. So over to the left, it's near where all your main stats are. It's a bunch of words listed down. Do you see them? You should see sleight of hand down there as one of those. All you have to do is click the word.
It is loading my character screen and it just keeps loading.
It just keeps loading. That's okay. Over to the left of the screen, I can tell you what you have to roll. Over to the left of the screen, there is a little dice button. If you click on that, and then let me find it. You're just gonna add so roll where it says D20. Just click the D20 button. We're gonna add a +1 to this roll.
Okay, 16 and then +1,
17. Yeah, you'd grab it before her. She's like reach out to it and goes, I do this. It will last for hours if I don't take my medicine. You can see her mouth kind of all swollen. She kind of steps towards you, kind of, just pass me across. I just need the petals for it.
Do I know if like she's gonna die if she doesn't get it?
Roll a medicine check.
Okay, let me see if I can get the
if you so you can't get it yet. Roll the D20. It's gonna be +2.
1 plus 2 is 3.
You have no idea. Natural one's always a fail. You have no idea if this will kill her or not.
To be fair, she did say it'll be a few hours till the swelling goes down. I think she just said something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So hopefully not.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll grab the medicine. I'll be like, oh, like, I mean, I don't really know if this is the right medicine for you. Like, I don't know if you should be taking this.
You see the mouth's going to swell out to where she can't talk.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take it and tell her like, you know, I'm gonna take this because I don't know if you should be taking all this, especially in your state. And maybe I'm gonna give it to the bartender and you could ask for it. He could, or maybe he'll know more. He could figure it out. And I just put it in my pocket.
Tries to reach out towards you, and she goes, and just slumps onto the bed next to her, and just passes out. And you just hear Bree going. And she just completely passed out from it. Yeah, it's a sad, it's a dark one. But yeah, you managed to knock her out by rubbing her.
Nice.
She'll be fine.
I'll leave
She's
a
still
little bit of
breathing.
time
Hours.
for
Yeah.
medicine. I'll leave it on like the table.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, you managed to. Candelabra is now out of service for the next few hours and will therefore be missing the play. We return to the
Nice.
group with one more down. Leaving
Hard
only
fight.
Flancy and Terrence to be replaced.
So Flancy is Desmond.
Yes. And Flancy
Yep.
also has the code.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gambler
gambling.
that takes any bet.
Yeah, I bet you want to die.
So
Okay. Or you could go less than that.
Happy Bee's not going in there.
I'll play it off the
fine.
suggestion spell style, where you probably can't bet them to go jump off a cliff, but it's they're a betting person.
yeah, so I will have turned back into
Galamus.
Galamus, the man. Yeah.
Of course.
Galabus the man.
I will have checked in on and terrified my little boy again, and then shut the door.
You go back into the next time.
Oh, God.
I'll go back
Give
in.
an insight check. He's lying there
Okay.
and
my God.
outstretched.
Oh my gosh, how well is he going to convince me that he's died by poison?
What'd you roll?
I don't know. This
Oh,
already got
18.
Weird.
It just came up 18.
18.
Okay.
Looks extremely convincing.
Mm-mm.
I'll slowly approach. I'll caress his face. Does he maintain?
He maintains.
Wow.
I touch his chest. Can I feel breathing?
No.
Let's hope he's not ticklish.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh.
I make a face?
What a
Is
perception
this man
check.
dead?
What a perception check.
Holy fuck, dude. What the fuck?
17.
You'd see a goblet on the side of the table nearby with a poison liquid
Method
in
as
it.
hell, man.
The method. He's method.
Oh my god, dude.
Jim, that was too advanced.
Holy shit.
Dude, you
we just
killed
destroyed
him.
this.
I turned the light on so that I could properly look at him. So he has.
In the last
Whole ass
minute,
poison
he has
himself.
drank poison to see if he could take it.
Where did he get it from? Joe?
Faye, baby.
No, where did he get it from, Joe?
Joe.
This is actually important. Where did he get it from?
You you would learn. I mean, you can roll a perception check, search him, look around, investigation check if you want to kind of put two and two together.
Yeah. A 16 investigation.
You would piece together. You'd look through his pockets. You'd find this kind of like dark greenish kind of petals that almost have like purple around it, and you would see and put together that he was a massive fan. He was building up to this. This was his kind of. If I can't convince him,
Dude.
I'll be just like him. I'm going to take this and I'm going to... Because the idea being that Galamus came back from it, he'll probably be okay. It's the same kind of greenish poison. And you can see he fully believed that he could probably learn from the master. And he brought in his own. He didn't take Galamus's, but he did use the same poison effect. It still has the little kind of skulls coming off of the drink.
God damn it. What else has this guy got?
Yeah,
Immediately.
probably about 25 gold pieces in various forms.
I'm not going to rob him.
Along with
I didn't know that because I don't know your character, so I thought you were robbing him.
what you will also find is him little notations of him being Elamort the Wise, and the idea. I'll go off your previous investigation check. You can tell that his plan. He set up two.
Was he trying to replace me the way that everybody else is trying to replace theirs?
He was going to try and poison your drink initially. The mug that he set down for you was the one he drank from. However, you probably, just for the sake of working it out, you work out that he was impressed by your method to a point where he was like, "Oh, it's wrong of me. I should be more like him," as opposed to trying to replace him. So he took the poison
I
instead.
inspired him.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was going to
so
try and
eager.
poison you.
Yeah,
Damn.
He deserved it.
kind of took care of
He does
himself.
it. It's Darwinism, you know.
And I did roll a con save. He just failed. There's a chance you can come back.
You were sitting there silently rolling con saves for the dying gnome.
That would have been hilarious if you like
Oh my god. Yeah.
woke up.
Yeah.
I was waiting because I did.
I'm ready.
I did it when Flutten started 1, so I knew about it then.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You'd find the understudy dead, leaving just the other 2 though. You don't get attempted to be replaced at least, so that's good.
Perfect.
Right.
Yep.
I'll poke my head out the door and be like,
Hey guys, can you come in here for a second?
What is it?
Sure.
Comes in.
once, assuming everybody comes in,
Mm-hmm.
once they're in, I'll
Yep.
shut the door and be like,
This motherfucker was trying to pull a you and kill me, I think. But he killed himself, so I guess that took care of that. Anyway, Desmond, what's your plan for this dude?
For Flauncey,
Yeah.
I was just gonna go in there and tell her that I bet I could do a better job on stage than she could. I'll bet 500 gold for that code.
But what's the game?
That is the game. I get on that stage, do a better job than she's ever done. The crowd cheers louder. I get the code. If they don't, I give her my money.
All right.
And what
that's
if she
safer than
does
what I
not
was gonna
agree?
say.
From what we heard, she takes any bet.
Mm. I think killing her would be easier at this point, but
I was
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
say
whoa.
We should have her bet whether or not this is real poison.
What about some kind of
Oh my God.
Russian roulette type situation with poison?
That's
Actually,
6
just
vials,
Princess
1 has
Bride.
poison.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be the backup. You guys come in, then I failed my job. You take it from there.
I know exactly the taste and smell and look of the poison that killed this guy. So I could also make a fake poison that would be safe for you to drink in a bet to see who could live through it.
The
sort
good
of a
news is I
thing.
can't drink. I could just pretend.
Exactly.
That's true.
Although she might catch on seeing as I'm made of metal.
mm,
Can we make you look like you're not made of metal?
We have tried that before. It didn't go super
horrific.
well.
Okay.
well, if you need us when you're in there, I guess yell has been the code word.
Yell is the code word.
Yeah.
Say
Screaming
yell.
is the code word. Yell.
Should be easy, but I'll
That's it. Go.
I'll be ready.
Okay.
I'll
Be
head
careful.
up to Flauncey's room.
Okay. Knock or push in.
I'll knock.
Oh, come in. You can see she's kind of going through her harp and kind of restringing it, making sure it's all kind of tight on there. She turns towards you and goes, "You must be my understudy?"
Yeah, understudy here.
All right,
Did I come
fantastic.
in, or
Of course. She bites into these kind of like dried green apples. Helps with the vocals. Okay, yeah, I thought I'd go over some of the scenes and ideas, but to be honest, I'm mostly going to be improvising it, so...
I mean, that's how it should be, right?
It's the way I'm thinking about doing it. Yeah, it should be good. I'm excited. Is there anything you needed help with, or do you just want to run it through, improvise with me, or what?
I mean, it's good to just get in here, being out there, the other actors, hearing them talk about the love of the art. We all know why all of us are here, the fame and the money, right?
All right, okay. Yeah. I mean, the prize.
Absolutely. I got my eye on that.
I mean, my plan is to just skip all of the other songs. We don't need to do all that nonsense of getting the Song of Sorrow and Joy. That's too risky. Go straight to the end, get it, get the reward. Nice quick story anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what's in there at all? Has there been any talk in the rooms?
No idea.
God, I'm dying to know. I would give anything just for a chance to peek in there.
Yeah, well, no one knows what's behind those things. Only the people that put them in there, Usually Fey Lords or mighty beings and whatnot. Not for us, lesser folk to know, I don't think anyone knows any numbers.
So why is it you don't care about the other songs? That's more of a reward, ain't it?
Yeah. But I think, it's best to go in with just a single thing. Not really a risk taker.
I'm not sure I should be your understudy then. Nothing more I love than a risk.
Oh. Yeah, like what?
I mean, I would bet everything I own, everything I would ever own. My own life just to get on that stage, hear the roar of the audience screaming my name.
You into betting?
Absolutely. I'm going to empty my pack, show the dice, the cards, all of my gambling things. It's what I was raised on.
Oh. And what exactly are you willing to bet? You willing to bet all of this on...
What's the loudest you've ever heard the audience shout your name?
Can't put a decibel to it, but decent. I mean, I'm pretty good with a harp, so...
And I'll leave it to your judgment. I trust you're a honest gambler, right?
Yeah.
Can I try to insight check that just in case?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good roll, but I might as well try it. I have a -1.
Oh, God.
It's a nat 20.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
You read on her immediately. She cheats. You can see her tail for a second, where you can see her ear kind of almost perks up slightly, like the tip of it kind of almost like vibrates very slightly because she's like tensing it, and then she lets it go. She is a dirty cheater when it comes to gambling.
Well, that's bullshit, and that's why I know you're good. Wouldn't be a gambler if you didn't.
Okay. Did I beat you at cards sometime? Do I owe you money?
I mean, I heard talk. You know one of the codes.
Might do. What's it to you?
Money's nothing. You could get money anywhere. There's certain things that you can only get one place. This code happens to be one of them. There's nothing greater to wager for than something you can only get one place.
That's how I won it. Okay.
So you want it in a wager.
That's how I get everything.
Makes sense.
Now I bet a lot. Just thought I could win that. Similar to you, I nearly bet everything. You want the code?
I would love that code.
Okay. Say I put the code on the line. What's in it for me?
I'm literally everything that I took out of my pack. I'm also gonna take out my gold pouch. It's also just money, but I'm also going to put my turret on the table
Desmond, careful.
Sure.
and then have it walk towards her.
That's pretty impressive. So everything here is what you're wagering. I wager my number. What's the terms?
We will need a third party because I can't take your word for it. I know that you're the one on the other side.
Fine.
Do you know someone else who's been here for other performances of yours? This loudest one that you're aware of?
Yeah. I've performed in front of Lord Magical before. This bet then relies on you getting his voice back, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. But if he cheers louder, you win.
I planned on getting all three anyways.
See, now here's the problem. The bet needs to be this. You need to get all three and get cheered the loudest, and I'll give you the number. If you don't do that, everything here belongs to me. Meaning if you die in there, I get all of this anyway.
I mean, it sounds skewed in your favor, but that's the fun of it, right?
This code is stolen from the Dark Fae. One of the traitors that went along to it before. There's a lot of Fae stuff in there that they put away. All of the last remnants of a Fae that turn into a Dark Fae before their own capturing. Everything they stole from them. There could be anything.
Are they
in that.
looking for this spec? Or
Oh no,
am
they're
I going to be on some sort of list?
they're captive. This is kind of
Okay, so
like
this is free to take then.
yeah. And who knows what's in there? You could find the answer to everything in there.
That's what makes it exciting, don't it?
All right. I'm agreeing to those terms. You have to get all three songs and get Lord Magical to cheer louder than he's ever done for me, and I'll give you my code. If nothing
I'll
happens,
hold out my hand for that.
if you don't manage to get all three, both songs, his voice, and get the cheer, I get everything you own.
Sounds fair to me.
She shakes your hand.
Good luck. All right. I'll pull out.
I don't think I'll need any practice or anything. I think I got what it takes to get up there.
Okay.
Okay. She wanders out the room, kind of folds her arms, and goes,
Well, good luck in there. I'll be watching.
You know what? Why leave now? While we wait, we have a few hours. Well, I have some time, not too much time. Why don't we do a few small bets?
I'm listening.
Play some cards. I'll let you pick your deck. Maybe shuffle ours together to make sure it's not too much funny business. I know yours are marked. Don't even.
she smiles and leans on the door and goes,
What do you have to bet with? You've already got all the stakes there. All that gold's mine in a few hours. You got anything more?
You know, I'll take out my Dragon's Roar outfit. It's expensive as hell.
okay.
God damn.
Desmond.
All right. We can play a round of cards. She walks in, looks at you and goes, puts up 50 gold onto like the table and goes, we'll use your deck. Fine.
You sure that's fair? We could shuffle ours together. I can't read your marks. You can't read mine. Of course, mine are marked.
All right, let's do that. Takes out her card.
50-50 chance we get each other's cards. Can't read it. It's
Let's do
almost
it.
fair.
She sits down opposite you on the table. You would be able to play cards against her. She's wagering 50 gold up against the dress.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a performance check. Kind of representing the game in general. I would do a card game, but we would have run out of time if we tried.
We don't have that much time.
Yeah.
It's not even loading. Hello.
I don't know what's going on with roll 20 today. She. Oh. What did you roll?
19, and I'll just make it a 24.
Okay. She is going to try and cheat. As she fails the kind of card game against you, she tries to cheat. Roll an insight check. Or perception check. Perception check to see if you see it, sorry.
Good news is both of those are -1, so it won't matter. 14, I'll also make it a 19.
You make it a 19?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you made it a 19, there's a moment where you don't see, and then you allow that kind of flash of genius, and you see as she gets a couple of her marked cards, and she quickly changes around, tries to swap out the wrong cards. And you see her cheating.
I'll pick the cards you've been given, all right? Play the hand you've been dealt.
Slaps onto the table, and you can see if it's like a kind of equivalent to like a poker, a fey poker. She has only like a pair, and then you've got like this kind of full house, and she goes, "Fine, you win." Pushes away the gold. Well played. All right.
I'll push half the gold back.
She stops you and pushes it back and goes, "When I make a bet, I make a bet. Consider this me putting trust in you that when you eventually fail in there, you pay up in full."
I respect that. Thank you.
All right. Well, this is good because either way I win. She gets up and she wanders out, leaving you with her position, leaving only Terrence.
Ooh, the big boy.
Okay.
So
Is Desmond still in there, and we're all outside, or did we come in?
It's up to you.
We let him go in by himself, right?
Yeah, sorry, I mean after, because that person just left, right?
Yeah, they would have walked past you all, yeah.
Okay. Well, when they walk past, I assume we just bundle into that room, maybe to deliberate.
Sure.
Okay.
You don't want to hang out in the room with the dead guy? Fine, I guess.
Not really. All right. Well, last on our list is Terrence the True, I believe. And that's my one, right? Is that right? Is it Terrence?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But asking in character, but also actually asking out of character.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Wonderful. Well, you know, the signal will be screeching. I like the vocal cords to scream, but I will probably need some of you if things turn to combat. And he will start striding towards the room.
Okay. Do you knock or barge in?
Knock.
Okay. You hear the knock. And you
Faintly.
One moment. You hear this kind of rushing around inside, and then you roll a perception check.
Sure. Perception. Uh, 18.
You hear him casting a spell.
Okay.
Roll an Arcana check. I'm gonna set the DC as for you to work out the vocal components of the spell. It's gonna be a DC of 20.
I rolled a 14.
You know he's cast a spell, but you couldn't really make out. Maybe because you weren't ready for it. You can't make out the vocal components that he used, but you know he's cast a spell. And then you hear that as he unlocks the door, it opens up, and you see the gallant Terrence in his kind of lighter robes now, kind of almost like Jedi lightwear. It's like kind of these kind of robes that go around the front, almost like he's gone to a spa. And he goes, "Ah, you are my understudy. Not really what I expected, but welcome."
Thank you. 'Tis I, your understudy, Terrens.
Ah. It brings you in
He's
closer.
trying to mimic his voice,
Yes.
but I don't remember the exact components of something like detect magic.
Yes.
Is that a somatic and vocal?
Let me check.
VS?
Detect magic is. I imagine it'd be VS. Let's see. It is VS.
Okay.
Vocal and somatic.
Okay. Was there any way that I could have, like, when I'd heard him casting the spell, I tried to do my thing to listen in. Could I have cast detect magic?
Oh, absolutely.
During
Yeah,
that
if you
as
want to
well?
do that, for sure.
Okay. Just alongside it, not to change the rolls or anything.
No, that makes sense to me.
Okay, cool.
You'd be doing it as an action, not as a ritual, so you'd knock off the spellcast in that way. Yeah, you'd be able to see the faint aura that would abide by a transmutation spell.
Transmutation. Okay. And where do I see that aura?
On him.
Okay, he's glowing with transmutation aura.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. All right, I will step in the room behind Terrence.
Yeah, he closes the door and goes, "Welcome in, my friend. You're not what I expected. A bug to play me.
Okay.
It's so disgusting, it just might work."
Yes, disgusting is just the word I would have used as well. Meager self like me, playing a magnanimous and beautiful, elegant elf like yourself.
Stop it, don't, but stop it. Don't.
No, I won't stop it. I could keep going.
I would like that. We could spend the next couple hours doing that, but
Yes, we could. But I want to learn from you, Terrens.
You've taken the opportunity to come here. The best thing I could do is teach.
Yes, I have much to learn.
Acting is becoming someone. Not simply pretending to be someone, but becoming. It in itself is, in fact, magic. A magic that takes no components. A magic that only those who are born innately with it can use. Tell me, do you have this magic?
I would like for you to tell me the answer to that. I don't know. I'm new to this.
The answer is likely no. But I am a sorcerer, you are a wizard. I am born with it. You might learn it. You never have it as great as I do. But
Of course.
You might build upon the foundations of it.
Yes. With time spent in the splendor of your visage, Terrence, I think I could do just about as much as you, but never quite as much.
That's all we can hope for. He drinks from his wine glass, and then afterwards goes, bites into it and goes, "Sugar glass. I keep it in case I never need to do stunts." And he keeps eating from it. Well, we can go through some of my ideas. I'm going to be smiting the witch. I'm getting the killing blow.
Of course.
I'm going to be bringing her down with a great spell. Booming blade, perhaps.
A fine choice.
There is no finer. He puts it onto his kind of half-eaten glass onto the shelf, turns and looks at you and goes, "Are you capable of magic?"
Am I capable of magic? Well, not to the degree that you are naturally, but I've learned a thing or two.
Yes. Well, it is useful in acting. Yes, I found it here at the theatre of plays. It is often best to use magic to your advantage. Most can't use it. I've been in so many plays. What's your name, Buggy? So many plays.
My name is... you can call me Simon.
Simon. I've played as Simon before.
Wow.
So, Simon, I can give you 4 minutes of my time.
4 minutes is more than I ever hoped for. Thank you so much.
Ask me anything.
I have two things to ask you.
Yes.
Very briefly. And this is entirely in the sensibility of getting to know you better.
Of course, your explanations are
Surely.
coming into the time.
Yeah, well, then I will speed up. Someone such as yourself must ledge their legends on script, right? Do you have a diary or perchance an autobiography that you would allow me to read or study or even just hold?
Of course. You can.
Oh, thank you. May I?
He kind of reaches under his bed, kind of lifts out this diary, goes, flicks it to the front. You can read the latest posts, of course. See into the insides of the mind. A bold choice. Pass it to you.
Wonderful.
You see, the last few days I've been building the character of Terrence.
God.
And it is, the bit that he's opening to is very, very much just him being like, Terrence would have killed at least 2 dragons by this point, and like he's built this like ridiculous story.
Yeah. Well, Asimi would grab the book. He would stand up. He'd probably like, as a sort of like scrawl with his claw finger as he's reading it very briefly. I'm talking like 10 seconds, and then he would try to turn away for just like a moment, so that the book is on the other side of him and Terrence.
Yeah. Yes. Powerful posts, are they not?
Indeed. Joe, I'd like to use Diet Novella and just immediately like digging my face in with my little grabby mandibles and start eating the pages.
Yeah. So what's that sound to you? He like looks around and he sees that you're just finishing it. No! What have you done?
It's a form of reverence.
Roll a deception check.
I'm not good at that, gang. 19.
Nice. Let's go.
Smart. Only by destroying our past can we become someone new. Besides, I needed a sequel anyway. Very smart. Yes. Simi, you would learn with the Diet Novella feature.
Yes.
You gain the knowledge of what was written. You learn all of his past. Yeah, you learn all of his past. You learn about how he, with a diary. I mean, this is interesting because you'd be able to learn pretty much all his inner thoughts here. Because you see the first portion of the novel, and the diary. Incredibly doubtful of himself, obsessed with actors and beauty and wanting to be like them. Constantly believing himself to be nothing more than a slug. And he refers to that a lot. And he brings up a curse. Ever since he was cursed, he mentions, it's not the same. He needs to learn this. He needs to learn this. Magic doesn't come through to him as much. And you find out later on that he learns quite quickly. You see like a moment in it where he says, I found it. The spell I needed. The one that was the one waiting for me all along. Alter Self. And he goes on to how he loves the spell, how he's practiced it, how he's crafted it. He's a capable spellcaster. It seems to be one of the only spells he casts. The point after Alter Self is him joining acting schools around the Fae. It's him joining into plays, performing, being loved as everyone worships his feet. He is arrogant beyond belief. And the later half of the book is just him becoming the kind of arsehole that you have kind of stand before you. There's not a moment of kind of like humility to him left. Never mentioning kind of the Alter Self at this point. It's just a way of being.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Brilliant. You've given me a lot to think about, Simon. A lot. Thank you.
Likewise, plenty to digest. I must ask you one thing, Terrence.
Of course.
One thing alone.
Anything.
Do you have a closet?
Yes. I keep my wardrobe in.
Where might that be?
He points to the kind of corner, and you can see he's kind of got this like move-in like thing that he's had wheeled up here in the time that you guys have been away. All of my clothes are there.
Interesting. Anything else in that closet, Terrence?
No. Why?
Well, he's going to stride up to the closet while saying this. Well, Terrence the True. And he's going to yank open the closet. I've heard of a skeleton in... Oh.
God damn it, Simi.
What?
Well...
You just see all of these different
Where's the-
costumes.
I'm going to jangle some of the costumes and feel if there's bones inside them.
Just the wooden back of the closet.
An idiom. It must be an idiom. Foolish of me.
Yes.
Not a literal skeleton in his closet, but a proverbial one.
You said you're monologuing in front of him.
Oh yeah, he's back to Terrence right now.
Oh my god.
Good character work, Simon. Great character work.
Simi will turn around to Terrence and he'll say, I think I've figured this out.
Yes.
Through digesting that novel
Yes.
that you bestowed upon me.
Destroying my past.
Destroying your past so that you may become something new. But what if you became something that you formerly were instead? A reversion.
Well, backwards is not really my forte.
It would be subversion, surely.
All right. Yes. Okay. Become something I'm not.
Let me try something. Let me see if this can help you. And he'll lay his claw hand on his head, and he will cast Remove Curse.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah, you cast Remove Curse. And he goes, what did you just do? Did you? He drops his alter self. And you would see underneath is a human man. Probably in his like 40s. Not ugly. Not nearly as handsome as his Terrence form. Quite ordinary, quite sweet, kind of almost like slight laugh lines from smiling quite a bit. And he goes, walks over towards the mirror and looks at himself and goes, I've not seen my real body in so long. How did you know about that?
I assimilated that knowledge through the novelle that I devoured. It's something that us buggies can do.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you down. I've got hands again. Feet.
I've never had hands.
I mean, I meant no offense. You know what they did to me?
Was that chronicled in his book?
No, it was kind of just referred to
Just
as the
his
curse.
experience of it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Vaguely so. I might be able to infer that you were malformed in some way.
To say the less. Everything apart my face was slug.
Slug? That's a rough one.
You're telling me. Been like that for over a decade.
Wow. Must have been very hard on you.
I mean, no offense, of course. I mean, of course you're fine, but I mean, you're different, right? You've got limbs.
Yes, I'm not a slug.
Well, how can I thank you?
Terrence, is that your real name or is that just a facade?
No, I'm Stifer.
Stifer, the only way you could thank me is by allowing me to play the role of Terrence. I feel like you don't need it anymore.
I mean, I love it. The fame, everyone's shouting your name. I can't remember a single time where I didn't think about casting that damn spell every hour. Sneaking off into the dressing rooms to do it again and again. I can actually go and just walk the town. All right, friend.
All right.
You play Terrence. I'll take him back another time.
Yes, I only need this once, just to study and learn. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yes, thank me. And then he's gonna leave the room.
Yeah. And Terrence sits there and, Stifer realizes that he's back to his normal form. Very well done. Yeah, he's, you removed the curse.
That was a really sweet one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really sweet way to do it.
That could have gone so many different ways. I flubbed one line because I was about to do something horrible. And I had to course correct at the last second.
With all 6 of them replaced, and over the course of the next few minutes or so, the actors leaving the building, explaining how their understudies are taking over. All 6 of you are now the actors in this play. You have your positions, your playwright. You only have about a couple hours tops before the play is going to be called forth. I'm going to say you can visit one place of your choice. It could be any shop, it could be any location before the play. So you get to choose here.
The hut.
The hut is the code.
Go to the hut.
You want to do the hut? You can do the hut. Yeah. So you won't be able to go to any shops after this. So in case you wanted to get any potion or anything, this is your last one.
That's fine.
Okay.
They didn't even have health potions, man.
Yeah.
We did a whole tour, didn't we?
We did a whole
most
tour of the
shops.
shops.
Yeah. Let's go to the hut.
Okay, let me just double check. We could take our break now, and then come back in 5 minutes. We can do the hut and carry on from there and begin the play. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take a little 5-minute break. But good job on getting through that without. Technically, you didn't murder anyone. But you know,
not
came
on
close.
purpose.
Yeah. Well, actually, a squirrel did die. A squirrel did die this day.
Squirrel.
Oh yeah, technically one thing died.
But okay.
Oh wait.
Didn't
the Tax friend died as well, right?
Yeah, but I more indirectly.
Not on purpose.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said
You
not
just
on
compelled
purpose.
him to die.
He was gonna murder me, okay?
That's true. He was going to replace.
And
Stood
instead,
your
he
ground.
murdered himself. That was all him, dude.
All
It
right.
was.
Okay, well, hey, I will say also, Flutten, thank you for joining us for today's episode. I know Flutten's got Super Bowl plans, so we don't want to dive in the way of them. So thanks for joining us, Flutten. Please check out Flutten. Where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Flutten. And thanks for having me. It was really, really fun.
No, of course. We have you back next week anyway, so we won't miss the finale of this. Just a little bit here. So don't worry, we won't miss too much. But enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy hanging with the family and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, well, we'll see you all in about 5 minutes or so. Go get yourself a drink, use the loo, all that good stuff, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
All right, chat. Let me. Throw in a quick. Let me check actually, make sure the ads aren't pushed back on us right now. We'll get started with the second half. Okay, we've got time. Yeah, all right. I won't push back that. Let me tell them I'm going to mute. Okay. Hello. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Pull ourselves back into things. You would all be leaving the tavern at your own kind of will and grace here. You have the opportunity to go anywhere. You've chosen to go towards the hag's hut to try and get the other number. Okay, let me find the music. Okay, then you would be slipping out of the current. You slip out the current inn, passing by as they're kind of, the fans are kind of all gathered around, confused, waiting for you to kind of go past. They're not really being told yet who's being replaced and whatnot, so they don't really know about it. But you'd wander kind of the northern road outward. And across the field, you can see the hut in the distance. Surrounded by the trees in the backdrop. You can see that this kind of hut is built on its own, kind of as like a stationary place. No road kind of leads there, and like a trodden path of pushed away grass. But you would wander over towards it. And you would see a very traditional kind of circular in nature hag's hut built of straw, thatch, and wood. You can see where the kind of front porch of it is kind of wrapped around decking as well, with the door kind of closed up at the front. You can see various animals travel around the area nearby. And you would see the actual door itself almost looks like it's kind of got a face on it. It's kind of built into it. It's almost this kind of wooden graft of a door. And you can see this kind of elderly face embedded into the wood. No handle in sight. And the mouth on this kind of piece, the wood moves when you get close to it.
Who wanders toward Shaboda's hut?
The Six. Which is her name in our campaign.
Okay.
That's our group name. No.
You see there's no eyes on the hut. It's very much like a nose and a mouth is kind of the face.
If you wish to enter, only those who know the password may. I ask you a question only Shaboda could answer. Who is the secret keeper?
Can I lean against the hut?
Mm-hmm.
Can I detect the thoughts of the hut?
Is it sentient at all?
Oh. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's really good use of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You would. Yeah, surface level thoughts. Let me just look at the spell again to see if you have to pry deeper for this.
Sure.
Check thoughts. Okay. waiting for an answer, it'd be thinking the word mother.
God damn.
Okay, what was the question again that it asked?
Who is the secret keeper?
Mother.
Yeah, Tak would say mother.
Welcome back, Shaboda. And I thought you'd be gone for far longer, you treacherous crow.
And the mouth opens
Oh.
to allow you to walk inside. You can see a traditional
Amazing.
hut all the way in.
May I ask a question as we pass?
Yeah?
Or is its mouth like
Its mouth's
occupied?
technically
being the doorway?
occupied because it is the doorway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, maybe I'll ask on the way back.
Yeah, that works as well.
I will have shifted into my normal form
Mm-hmm.
while
Nice.
we're doing this, by the way.
Tak
Do you
is
want to describe that
back.
for...
What does Tack
for-
look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think,
It's very
yeah,
protective.
once we got a little ways out, Tak would take the form of sort of a medium size, basically looks like a human, very pale, black hair, all black clothing. Yeah, very androgynous. And not nearly as emotive or lively as any of the like personas that they've taken on
Right.
leading up to this point.
We'll try and find art of them whilst you go inside, but to be wandering into a hag's hut, it's very quaint, it's very small. You've got like the kind of hanging hammock like bed over to the side. It's kind of embedded into the wall, like almost like an outlet. It's like a little bed area. You've got the kitchen kind of wrapped around with all pots and pans and shelves of different foods and flowers. Go and give me some perception checks. I can give you some more descriptions of like things you'd see in this room in general. I'll let everyone kind of throw one in. Yeah.
11.
22.
31.
Yeah, Mecha got 31.
You
nat
didn't just
20.
get a
Nat
third one. The green means you got a
20.
nat 20, which is a critical
Oh.
success. That's the best
Fuck
you
yeah.
can roll. Basically, you rolled a
You see
20 on the 20.
everything.
So 31's massive. Yeah, you'd be able to take in everything in this room of worth. You would see that nearer to where the bed is, just next to it, kind of leaning against the wall, you can see a long broomstick that's kind of almost kept against it. You can see a small table over to the corner, like a bedside table, that has a music box on it that's closed up. You'd see also another portion of like the almost like a bread bin but made of glass. You can see this kind of container on her kitchen counter that has these like small little straw, like voodoo styled idols, like effigies. The ones you can see there's one that is a house, very similar to the hut you're in right now. It's like literally shaped the same. One is a well, and the other is a grandfather clock. You'd also see over to the kind of her windowsill where the window is, you can see a potted plant with a pair of scissors next to it. A grey flower grows from that. The grey flowers have like an aqua blue center to the center of the flower. And you'd also see like a mortar and pestle next to that, like she's been grinding something there. But other than that, that's pretty much most of the things worth seeing inside a house. Along with just... Oh, and like a cauldron as well right in the center, which she clearly uses to cook and make batches of stuff. So lots of like supplies around there, like all across like a shelving, eye of newt, all of that kind of, traditional stuff, fingers and everything.
How much time would you say that we have, Joe?
You probably have a good hour or so, maybe an hour and a half.
Does anyone besides Tak and I know about Shaboda's weakness and the antidote, or do we need it?
You can tell.
We
Yeah.
could blah to like discuss that. Yeah.
Blah back.
Blah.
Blah blah blah.
Blah.
Poison. Blah blah blah. Antidote.
Oh.
Blah blah.
Yeah, blah.
Leverage. Blah blah.
Yeah.
Does Is the potted plant alive? Can I speak to it?
If you can't speak with plants, you can.
Can I speak with plants? The plant?
Yeah. You want to cast speak with plants? Sure. How many spell slots do you have for it? I think it's a 3rd level spell. So this would be, you've used up one of your ones before. This would be your 2nd spell. So you won't have any more 3rd level. This is the last time you can speak with plants. So you
Remember, we have combat coming next week too.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't speak with plants yet, just in case.
Well, do you have
plants?
any other good 3rd level spells that you might want to use in
That's
combat?
true.
Because if you don't, you might as well speak to the plant.
That is true.
Conjure animals and lightning arrow. So maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll save it. I don't think we need to speak with plant.
Okay.
We could pocket it for a last resort.
Yeah.
If you don't get information, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so we're looking for the antidote, and what else did you guys
Code.
believe to be here, or
One of the codes, right, for the chest
Yes.
at the end?
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'd have no idea how that code's going to be delivered to us. Through what media?
The plant might know.
The plant.
Honestly.
I
You guys
I don't
want me
wanna
to
lean on
speak
the
with
plant.
I'll use it. I'll...
Pressure you.
Yeah, fuck it.
Maybe as a last resort, even because we haven't even tried digging
Okay,
around.
let's at least try it.
You can do some checks and stuff
I
first,
give
for
up.
sure.
Ask the fucking
It's
plant.
too hard, Joe. It's too hard.
Yeah.
So the sections of the room you got the...
Is there any like?
Mhm.
Yeah. No, please. Remind
Just
us the
you've got
sections of
kind of like
room.
the bed area with the broom and the bedside table with the music box. You've got the effigies and the whatnot. You've got her cauldron. You've got the mortar and pestle and the flowers and whatnot.
I feel like the music box might have something important in it, right?
yeah.
Should we be worried about opening anything? Like, are we gonna get fucking cursed? She is a
We
hag.
do have Desmond.
Okay.
Like,
He could
so we
tank it.
can't identify stuff to make sure. Yeah, Desmond, you open it. Hey, Mikey.
Something smart would also be just like detect magic to see if anything's like magically.
Yes, I really should have thought of that.
Actually, then you could just see
Detect
everything.
magic.
Right.
Do you have it as well?
I have.
Roger?
I have detect
I
magic.
don't think I do. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, I do.
Wait, what?
How
Do
about
I
use
know
that?
what class you are? I guess inference, or is that just meta? I'm kind of
You
curious
can learn that
over
if you
what
like.
class your character is. Yeah.
If Shane wants to share.
I just I don't know. I had a little turret pet. I don't. It's weird, huh?
Oh,
what could I be?
All right. Interesting. That's what I played before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll detect magic, Joe, and you can do it as well. If we could maybe work together, if you want, Tack. I don't know if we can finagle some. I don't know how it works. In
I was also
regards to
thinking about
advantages and stuff.
asking the house.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point.
I also realized I have locate object.
Oh.
I don't know if that.
Is that like find my iPhone kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It
exactly
We could
like
drop
that.
something down
Find
the well
my
and see
vault
where it
code.
goes.
Find my vault code.
Yeah. Do you think this well's connected to the well in the town somehow?
I'm curious. If we drop something down, we
Oh.
could find my iPhone and see where it ends up. It might be like a portal.
You
Could be.
cast detect magic. Are you doing the ritual form of it, or are you just fast casting it? Ritual just gives it an extra 10 minutes to the casting speed, so it'd be...
Because we're tight on time, I'll just quick cast it.
Okay.
It's only level 1.
You cast detect magic, and you would find that there's definitely swirls of just kind of general like potion magics inside the cauldron, which is kind of the remnants of it. You'd be able to get some droplets of remnants of that in if you have anyone that can deduce what that was. You have the 3 effigies are all transmutation based magic. The flying broom is also you can get this kind of whitish glow off of it to determine it's a magic item. The music box is not magical.
Okay.
Oh,
It definitely
okay.
just stores a piece of paper with a code in it then.
Yeah,
for
opens
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Opens
Open
it.
the music box.
You're going for the
Yeah,
music
well,
box?
I
Just
always
an actual
tells
trap,
everyone.
not a magic one. Got you
Oh,
guys.
God damn it. explodes.
Do you open up the music box?
Are you asking who is opening up the music box? And
Yeah,
if so,
yeah,
why
who-
would you be
who?
asking
Who does
that?
I'll open it.
Motherfucker!
Tack
What's going
does.
on in
Tack?
the music box?
You open it
How
up.
much health do you have?
You've got a little kind of like, what do you call it? Like the little switch, little turning key.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, crank.
but still there in the center of it is these two kind of like hag-like forms, little kind of smaller versions of them, holding hands. Still, and they're kind of almost in the hut that you're in as well. Kind of when you take it over, it's almost got this snow globy kind of interior, but they're stood there still. You've got the little cranker that you can pull.
Crank it.
Okay,
Yeah.
you crank. You hear this kind of delicate song, and the way it kind of sounds is it's like, dum 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 dum. Dum, da, dum, dum. You see the two figures moving back and forth, and that's where it ends. It shows them dancing.
Can I commit that song to memory?
Sure.
Good idea. Whip it out in the middle of battle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Shaboda, remember
Oh,
this?
Gascoigne.
Yeah, Bloodborne.
Tech, give me a perception check.
Okay. A 16.
You would notice the turning key can be pulled two ways.
Oh,
Oh, very nice.
sneaky.
Right. The other way.
The song plays backwards, but this time it's being drowned out by the two figures talking. One of them is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go back to their original position.
Maybe 12:34 on the clock is the code,
Interesting
Try it.
idea.
right?
There's a
Well,
grandfather clock, right?
It's only a little
well,
straw idol.
The vaults are it's a clock themed, right? Because vault
Mhm.
246 is the time on the clock, 246.
Right.
246. So maybe this
Ooh.
one is 12:34.
Oh, maybe.
Jot
1,
that
2,
down.
3, 4. Maybe. We should keep looking just in case, but that is interesting. It was hidden behind rewinding it, which is interesting.
Yeah, and because it's doing 1, 2, 3, 4 in that direction, it means that that's the correct direction, right? So, were they moving
Potentially.
back and forth on both? Or were they moving-
No, it's kind of almost moving side to side almost.
Just side to side, okay.
How big is this thing? Could I just take it?
Yeah, you could just take it. It's literally just a
Yeah,
hand
bring
size.
it with,
I'll just
honestly.
take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could steal a lot, guys, if you wanted.
Just
She's at
chuck it all
home.
in the well. You know?
Yeah.
Real. I'm super down for that. Find my iPhone plan in the well though, because you never know what phase and wells and teleportation kind of stuff. I don't. Was that Mecha's spell?
Yeah.
Lucky object. I think that was intended for the vault code.
To maybe find the code if possible. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that's
Aw.
true.
I mean,
Yeah.
Or the antidote, but if we already have the code, then we can use it for whatever. I don't mind using it.
if
Yeah,
that
we
is
need
the
to make
code.
sure. We need to lock in whether or not it's a code.
If her
Mm.
like if she favors, or rather if she's weak to poison, and we are in a situation where she is poisoned,
Yeah.
it would, this sounds fucked up, but it would be nice to have the antidote in
Yeah.
case there is like a way to like talk through a situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. So we don't have the antidote yet, right? We should look in her hut for it.
We don't have it yet.
We
We're
all
looking
did
for it.
perception. Should we all do an investigate and set aside some time to look
Mhm.
around the hut for anything that stands out?
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me which bit you're investigating.
I'll invest.
Okay.
My roll was low. Maybe I shouldn't.
Tell me what you're gonna do first, and then choose to do which one.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna look in the well and like maybe call into it, see if anything answers. I rolled a 14.
Let me. So they're underneath
sorry.
like each. No. It just to help you describe because I didn't describe well enough. It's kind of like a bread. Do you know what a bread bin is? You know, like the things you can lift to get like pastries out of.
Yeah.
It's kind of behind one of
Yeah.
those. But each of the effigies is only about that big. They're only small little replications of them, built of straw and like twisted, kind of almost thatch. You've got the hut, the well, and a grandfather clock. So it's only a very small little design. Like
It's
someone's
not an actual
No,
well.
no,
They're
it's tiny.
just little effigies. Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You
Yeah,
said
that
that.
was my misunderstanding.
Yeah, I was going off your
Yeah,
list.
they're
How
small,
dare you?
transmuted.
Sorry, gang.
So they're
I'm
transmutation
just kidding.
magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't believe I have anything to dispel magic. Does anyone have anything dispelly?
Not I.
I don't.
Her.
Huh.
Joe, may I use identify on the effigies?
Yeah.
Or effigy?
Which
Just
one do you
of
want to
them?
target?
The well is tantalizing.
Okay.
I will cast tier
Cast-
1 identify.
You would learn. Let me just check. Yes. So, you learn that you are touching something which has been true polymorphed.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is the kind of connection. It works like the true polymorph spell, but this effigy it works almost like a voodoo doll in a sense. It works in a sense that it's connected to another well. You'd learn through the identify spell that this is an effigy that is used to basically lock someone into a certain form or shape. That someone has
So
been
the well is
Like
a
the door.
person in
The well
town.
and the door as well.
The door,
maybe.
yeah. So,
Oh,
or like her
shit.
hut itself. So the well is
Yeah.
a person. That's why it can talk and answer questions, probably.
Right.
We cracked the case, gang. Now, do we
Oh.
threaten these effigies? Like,
I
We
mean,
might-
it feels like it might be easy enough to just be honest with the hut, right?
okay, all right, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Be
too.
like, hey, we're gonna be fighting. We're gonna be fighting the hag. We're not the hag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're aware that you were turned into the hut, potentially, right?
Yeah.
Because there is a hut effigy, right?
Right.
There is a
Yes.
hut.
Is it?
Okay. Wait, what were the other ones? Sorry, I want to write them down.
And a
proper.
grandfather
Well,
clock.
hut
And a
Grandfather clock,
Oh.
well, and hut.
is okay. Is the vault the side vaults that
Person.
were on the clock? Yeah, is that we haven't seen it yet, right? In at the
seen it.
theater?
Mm-mm.
Oh my
No.
god. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fucked. Okay, got it. Well, hut. Grandfather clock.
Do we know with true polymorph if something happens to the caster, it doesn't affect the polymorph, does it?
No,
have to
I'll
be-
give you this information because it's technically not really. It works similar to True Polymorph. This is essentially a, this effigy. By having control of this, will allow you to basically, if you destroy this, you can release the form.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This is kind
well,
of
we should
a
take all three.
Yeah, this is kind of a like a key to a lock almost. This is like a lesser form of True
Wow.
Polymorph, where you're basically transforming someone and you're keeping a portion of it as like a key.
Okay.
You'd also learn that this is something you can transform anything into: people, objects, words, anything.
Wow.
I'd relay everything to the crew.
It's witchy magic.
That's crazy.
Witchy magic.
So it might not actually be people turned into it. It could be
Could be anything.
an
be anything.
object given life, basically, or interesting. Also, true polymorph is terrifying. That's a 9th level spell.
Oh, yeah.
Just it works
It's
like True
like
Polymorph.
it.
This is
It's
this is
not
not
True
technically
Oh,
True
okay,
Polymorph.
it's not
It's a lesser
identical.
version of it,
I
yeah.
mean,
This is like a
anything
this is like witch
above-
magic. You know, it's a general kind of
Okay,
hag
okay.
transforming.
Hags are
Classic
scary.
hag stuff.
It's like a locked
Hags
in
are
polymorph. Yeah.
terrifying. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we should start asking the hut questions.
Let's
Yeah.
do
Explain
it.
ourselves.
Let's question that hut.
Okay, yeah, let's go back outside so we can see its
Okay.
so we're in front of its mouth and face again, right? And I'll lean against it again and say, we're actually not the hag,
The mouth.
but we're trying.
Shots closed.
But we're trying to defeat the hag, and we think potentially you used to not be a hut. Is that right?
You are listening to its thoughts, and you can hear it saying yes. The door says,
You may not enter.
Real quick,
Trespassers will be devoured.
If no one did, I would have grabbed the effigies and took them with us.
Yeah, we grabbed the
Yeah.
effigies.
Okay. Just making sure we have them.
If we can change you back, do you want to be changed back?
you can hear it roaring, yes, yes. And you hear it go,
Trespassers will be devoured.
What if it's like a demon?
I mean, it could be, but
Yeah. Can you ask it what it was before? In its head?
what were you before you were a hut?
Leave now.
and you can hear Gretel.
Oh my
Oh.
god! Hansel and Gretel?
Little Gretel,
Oh
Hansel
my
und Gretel.
god! In the Witch and the Woods? Oh,
Oh
my
my
god. Fuck. Okay. Well, now we.
Well, where the hell's Hans?
I mean, she could still be fucked, but you know,
Yeah.
like
True.
Hansel could be the well or the clock, I
Would-
guess. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Like, clearly, when you say Gretel, we, the for reals people, go
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
do
In
Would we
lore,
have
Your
in
characters know of it?
universe.
in universe.
Give me a history
do
check.
we have
Yeah.
any knowledge? Okay.
Give me a history
Can I have
check.
an advantage on this since I love
Yeah.
stories?
Wait,
Yeah.
true.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
No, not one. Never heard of that shit in my life.
23.
Ooh, a 23.
Big
Good
fan.
story.
Okay.
It's a good story. He loves the story.
I'm not gonna roll. V would not know this shit.
23 is going to teach you more than you should know. Hansel and Gretel
Fuck yeah.
were, in fact, to the story you know. What you don't know, or what most people don't know, is Gretel actually became a hag. She studied the magics behind the witch and became a hag herself. You know that she had a family that she worked with, and in the kind of truth of the tale, Gretel devoured Hansel in the kind of like sequel tale almost that's like lesser known, and that was her kind of transference into becoming a hag. It was kind of that's what drew her into that magic. You wouldn't know anything else, but there's a
blah
secret
this.
to it. Yeah.
Oh. Oh god.
Should we ask
So-
about Gretel?
I was going to say, so can we say, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
that I would say they're saying that they're Gretel. If then Desmond tells us that story out loud, can I infer from touching the hut
Mm-hmm.
how
They'd
much of
probably
that
hear
is
me say
true?
that.
Yeah.
How much of which portion of it's true?
Like,
Of, like,
was
whether
she
the
a
story?
hag? Did she?
Yeah.
Was she
That'd
a
be
hag?
saying
it
Did
all
he
out
eat
loud.
her
We're going
brother?
through
All of that.
thoughts.
As you kind of when it gets to the point where it mentioned devouring Hansel, you hear foolish tale. But the hag part rings true.
Interesting.
Did you not eat him then?
Trespassers will be devoured.
No. He was my adopted brother.
You
If we set
relay?
Yeah, I would relay that.
Maybe he tried to enter post becoming a hut. He tried to enter the hut and was devoured like that.
Oh,
By what she
good
became.
thinking. Trespassers will be devoured. Yeah. Tried to find a way to save Gretel.
Maybe so.
Maybe to get the effigy. Yeah. I could ask.
We need help defeating this hag. And I think it seems that you might also want that. If we're able to release you, would you help us?
Trespassers will be. You can hear. Yes. My niece has gone too far.
Oh,
shit.
Shabotas are news. Okay. Do we want to
Okay.
make a deal with a hag?
What could possibly go wrong with that?
Make a deal with a hag to kill a hag? I don't know.
True.
Yeah, hag for hag. Let's do it.
Yeah. Then who the fuck is the well in the clock?
I mean, she might be able to tell us once we've released her, right? So all we have to, I'll say, so you were a hag once. You know how these effigies work. How do we release
Yes.
you?
You can hear this. The voice of the door still says like "leave now," trespass, etc. It says, "In a cauldron. The recipe is one sheep's stomach, with the effigy placed inside and stitched back up, burned in acid, and the vomit of a deceiver."
Can it be any cauldron?
Any hag's cauldron.
Damn it. We don't have time to do that right now.
Yeah.
But we have the effigies.
We do.
We could use the bargain maybe. And say we'll do it eventually.
Yeah.
This fight is happening. Oh, sorry.
No, you go first. You go first. No.
All I was going to say, no.
No.
We're going to be facing her soon. Is there anything you can tell us before this fight? And we'll do our best.
I know her weakness. Release me, and I'll tell you it.
We haven't got time for that.
Do we
Ask her to
already
tell us
know
and then
her?
we'll release her.
Uno reverse.
Is it trying to tell us what we already know? Because don't we know her weakness is poison?
We know she's weak to poison, but
I mean, who
this bitch
isn't?
might know an emotional
Right.
weakness.
I mean, they're family.
I imagine the music box. Yeah, they are family. The password was mother, by the way. It's, Mama, there's a complicated family tree happening here.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's what? Maybe the daughter of Hansel?
Oh, yeah. Adopted brother. Yeah.
She's the niece.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that she'd distinguish or anything like
The
that.
password was secret. Keeper of secrets. Who is the keeper of secrets? I mean, the clock holds secret prizes, the vault, so maybe mother is the clock.
Oh,
Maybe
maybe.
Maybe.
Could be it.
Do you know who the grandfather clock and well are? Can I answer that?
You'd hear it say,
Trespassers will be devoured.
of course, yeah. But for you, Tech, you'd hear,
Oh, yeah.
The well, yes.
Mm.
The clock she did recently. Re-enter. Release me. and I'll aid you.
If we answer the riddle again, will we be let in or will we be devoured?
If you give the wrong answer, I will devour you. It is not my choice.
I understand.
You can hear it say,
Who is the secret keeper?
Mother.
opens back up.
I bet she's got sheepskin in there. Let's do this.
I was
shit.
gonna say, yeah.
Can light it up.
We-
What's the
Stomach.
vomit of the deceiver?
Of a
though?
deceiver,
Like-
someone who lies, Desmond. Why don't you vomit?
Okay,
I was gonna
I
say, what-
can't- Come on.
Whoa!
I'll vomit. I'll vomit.
Yeah, true. We're all technically deceivers, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, walking in here, yeah.
You walk inside.
True.
What would you like to do?
We need to find sheepskin.
Yeah,
Sheep
we
stomach.
put it into a sheepskin. We sew sheep stomach, and then we open. We sew it back up, and then we have to put acid on it and vomit
Burn
over the deceiver.
acid,
Find
and then vomit
acid.
of a deceiver.
And I'll spend my time trying to vomit, I guess.
Okay. Cauldron in front of you. You can. Don't worry. It's a free action. You can vomit in there.
Great.
Do you just straight vomit in there?
I guess I'll wait till everything else is done.
order,
Great,
right?
we'll go in
Yeah.
order.
Okay. Acid. Does anyone have acid?
I do.
She probably does. Or that, yeah. We got the sheep stomach somewhere in here.
Roll a perception check.
Oh God, I'm bad at
Fever.
those.
Let's assume we're all looking for it. Yeah.
Okay,
May I
imagine.
look
Oh,
around for?
22.
Is it pers-
22.
Yeah. You're gonna
need
find
us.
her little stomach section where there's about 7 different
Oh,
ones.
lovely.
This is where I'm gonna
I actually-
need. Yeah.
I think V would have the best chance at identifying a sheep stomach. Out
This
of
is gonna
everyone.
be
She
a
terrifying.
survival check.
digs in
yeah.
the guts.
Yeah,
all
give me
the
a survival
time.
check.
Okay. I'm wondering if I should rage to get any sort of advantage here.
Rage would give you advantage, and
Are you angry?
your strength.
Yeah, I'll rage. It's my survival. I have a +5. My strength is also +5. So I just want advantage though in general.
Well, no, it's what's your
I guess.
what's your wisdom?
13 +1.
So then, do you have proficiency? Yeah. So this would be a.
I have proficiency in survival.
You'd be adding +4 to the 5. So.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, you
slay.
roll your strength at advantage and just add 4 to the number.
Okay. Not 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice
so
job.
You easily know which one it is. You pull it out of the thing. It's second nature to you. You've gone through enough
Perfect.
stomachs
Oh,
and
by
body
smell.
parts. Yeah. You can sniff it out, and yeah, you'd have the sheep stomach.
Okay.
I'll take my sewing kit out.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
I'll sew it up when that's.
We were
it's time
born
for
to
that.
do this.
Bro, mop and bucket are so bad.
I was gonna say that shit.
You sew it up,
God
the
damn
effigy
it.
inside, the little house one, and then pop it in the cauldron.
Pop it in the cauldron.
Cauldron, acid.
Acid.
Burnt in acid.
Yeah, I will use Tasha's caustic brew to just spew acid into the.
Okay.
Nice.
Beautiful.
You see it bubbles now and floats
Disgusting.
around. Where it would usually burn through it, it doesn't even do the slightest. It in the cauldron, it's like a hag's cauldron basically keeps everything contained until the potion is done. So you see it just floats.
And I'll free action barf.
This is where I ask. Do you have proficiency in deception?
Yeah.
Okay, then it works. You get the puke goes in,
Of course.
and it rises up, and you see the color swirl, and then bubble, and dissipate, and then suddenly the whole house starts shaking as the kind of liquid dissipates from it. You see the door
Go.
and the
Yeah, we
door
should get
starts
out of
breaking
here now.
portions of it, like a hand clawing through, and you see it tearing. It's like pulling almost like a kind of paper mache of itself, just peeling this off. You see this hag kind of crawling from the door, and you see the kind of gangled skin, the kind of crooked nose, the hair kind of grayish and kind of pulling back. She climbs out, and then the rest kind of crumbles off her, and she just picks pieces. Stands about probably just a little smaller than 6 foot, maybe about 5, 10, 11. He goes, clicks all her bones.
It's good to be back. Well done.
She steps over.
A fine brew. I'm Gretel. And you're dealing with my bitch of a niece, Shaboda.
Oh my.
The family drama.
She kind of steps to one side, leans on the cauldron.
Ask away. How may I help you?
You said you knew who the well was.
I did not know the girl by name, but it was the apprentice of my niece. She would ask too many questions, so my niece punished her by making her the thing that answers all the questions.
Why did she turn you into a hut?
Because I refused to go along with her little ploys. Because I did not let her rule over. When her mother decided to leave, my sister, Shaboda was meant to take over as the advisory of the entirety of High Note, be its local hag, to help Lord Madrigal. But I didn't find my niece to be fitting. I did the role until she came of age. She believed maturity was the age. I still do not believe she's reached it. So, she decided to try and put me out of the picture. Used one of my own recipes against me. Smart, really. She had me teach her the one to do the well, and then she did one on me.
I'll, for in the interest of time, explain in case she doesn't know about like this whole trial that we're doing.
So she's got herself caught, and she is taking a trial by tales. Risky. But if she wins, she'll be very strong.
Which I assume you don't want, and we don't want.
I do not want to see my niece die, but I also do not want to see her thrive. I'd prefer death to thriving. Besides, she could use a few centuries or more stuck as a fairy tale. Would do her some good. And it's ironic, really.
That you...
Yes, anything I can do to help you?
Yes.
I could tell you some of her weaknesses. The trials will take you through trying to find the songs. It's likely she's using her magpies that she was given by her mother as means of kind of defenses for them. She had the magpies steal the songs, then there's no doubt that those songs are hidden away somewhere. Or protected. I'll tell you this at the very least. I put a curse on my niece when she transformed me into this. My final words towards her. Maker's malediction. Technically, I'm not her creator or mother, but aunts just as well. I raised her. It's an ailment for those who betray their parents or parental figures. It makes you extremely sick whenever she eats food and digests it. It also makes her incredibly vulnerable to anything poisonous. That greyish flower up there is Maker's End. It prevents the ailment from affecting you for a period of time, 24 to 48 hours usually. If she's been in captivity, she's not getting her antidote. Currently, she'd be very weak to poisonous affairs. That's one way to harm her. But also,
She walks over to the cauldron.
she almost finished the recipe. Her mother's recipe that she left her. She was never meant to, But the smart girl has done it. You'll find the truth before the end, I'm sure, if she doesn't devour you. Destroy her magpies. When you come across them, it will weaken her. But there will be one magpie. If she has gone as far as I believe she has gone, it will resemble her. Don't destroy that one. When you destroy a magpie, it will release whatever she's contained within it. They work much like her effigies. One thing she hasn't informed anyone, I imagine, is one portion of the recipe is her own voice. She needs it to remain in magpie form for the recipe. However, if it is released, she is far more capable. The others, though, destroy them at will.
See.
Understood.
And when you do come across my dear niece, teach her a lesson. She went too long believing that she's greater than she is. Magpie witch.
She kind of wanders around the room.
I'll approach her and hold out the music box.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
She looks at it.
Who does this belong to?
Me.
She takes
I'll
it.
hand it back to her.
It was a gift from my sister. You seek to open her vault.
Yes.
I was only ever stopped from preventing my niece from doing so. I won't stop you, but I will tell you this. My sister is the secret keeper. A grand arch-hag. Open that vault, and you will learn things that should not be learned. Life is less meaningful when you know when it ends, or you know the truths of the world. Open at your own folly. But no great answers are inside.
Understood.
That makes me want to open the vault.
Did she say what happened to the mother? Did she just say she left?
She didn't say.
What's happened to your sister?
She still travels. Her duty as secret keeper is to gather as many secrets as possible. Hide them in places of the worlds. Arch-hags have a greater duty.
Okay.
I was meant to be one myself, but I stirred away from it. My sister was always fitting anyway. So she still lives. You might see her when you wake in the night in the corner of your room, stealing the thoughts of your dreams, placing them into a little counter. Every secret, every thought that you do.
That's comforting.
I'm content seeing over high note, which I've been out of my responsibilities for some time now.
I have a question about your responsibilities. What does a day in your potential job, if you get it back, look like? What sort of services do you provide?
Anything the city needs. A hag's services come from cursing those that they hate, or blessing those, or making deals with those who need it. It is The one who creates potions of lust and of fortitude. The one who puts the curses on enemies of this entire city. I advise Lord Madrigal on matters of magic and song and fae. Great cities have hags.
Thank you. Then I have one further question. Sorry.
You saved me from my humble form. I'm full of answers.
Yes. Humble form. It's actually a question regarding that form. Why, when your familial relation cursed you, why did they give you a nose as well as a mouth, but no eyes?
A fine question. One I don't really know. Cruelty, perhaps? Enough for me to smell what is going on, but not enough for me to peer in or hear what she says.
Right.
Inside the house, I couldn't hear a thing. If you had given the wrong password, you'd have wandered into the house believing it to be the real one, only for me to close my mouth as digestive acids fill the room. Twice before it's happened.
Oh.
Is that what happened to Hansel?
Oh my god.
No. Hansel is alive. Hansel is my adopted brother. When I ran away from my hag duties, I joined a small human family. When one of my coven came to lure me back, I helped my little brother find a way to, well, get rid of her. But as the years went on and my form changed and his form grew older, it wasn't fitting for me to stay. So, Hansel lives, elderly, weak, longer than any human should last, but I treat my brother with great care.
Okay.
You learn a lot there.
We did. Should we take some of the flowers as a bargaining chip to, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, maybe.
not
We
with the
could
intent
even-
necessarily to give to Shaboda, but
We could make a fake one with Hazel's blue drawing art. We could make like a grey flower with a little bit of blue in the middle to look like one. And it could be a fake out. Think she's taken the antidote when she hasn't.
wait, are you telling, like, she could eat a drawing?
No, I'm saying
I'm confused,
Hazel's
sorry.
art. She could like use some of that on a fake, like a grey flower, to add the blue part to make it look like the flower in the recipe.
Oh, like paint a flower.
Yeah.
Or
to
on
make
a
it
flower.
look-
Take a real flower and
I
add the
gotcha.
elements to make it
Yeah,
look
because the
like
flower
I
is
see.
grey with a bit of blue in the middle, which is
Yes.
Hazel's color.
I gotcha.
That's an option.
Sure, whatever you guys want to do.
Just know this. The fairy tale ending ends however you wish it to end. If you can find a good ending to a story, it will follow suit. But if it does not end, most of them end in two ways. With the big bad, be it wolf, witch, or otherwise, losing to the protagonists, becoming a sense of irony or mockery. Or, in some of the cases, becomes a great danger. There are other ways to end a story, but they are more difficult. The easiest way is to sped or shed blood. When out of options, kill her. But if you let her win, you'll likely be dead, but she will grow greater and stronger. And I can't imagine Lord Madrigal would like it very much. Though I expect we'll see him quite sad afterwards regardless. Well, my dears, the clock ticks.
Yeah, is there anything else that we wanted to ask? Any other questions y'all had?
So, as a mental roundup, we have how many of the codes did we get out of total? So
All
far?
of them.
We
I
have
thought-
was it 3?
We'll get the last
Do we
one.
know? Yeah, we don't know if that one is
The 1, 2, 3, 4. We
one.
don't,
Yeah,
but
we
I
don't
will
know.
say when we showed the music box, she started yapping about the vault. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could still look around if you guys want to.
We could press her on it slightly harder just for one last attempt.
Trying to think of how we would ask it.
You could even
Um,
ask what the significance of the reverse, like, why is
Yeah.
there two ways this can go?
sure. Yeah.
That's a good way.
Yeah, Tech will look at the music box again and say, I've never seen a music box like that has two different sides.
Yes.
Why does it do that?
Oh, my dear. I thought you were all a lot smarter than you're making out to be.
Yay!
Figure
Tech
it
will
out.
smile a little.
And also,
She leans into the into kind of the cauldron area, finds another one of the sheep stomachs, wraps it up, passes it across.
in case you need to destroy any other effigies. My hut will be close to you once you leave. Good luck.
Should we take a flower? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now's our time
Also-
to
well.
decide.
I think we should take it, but also, what if we have to, like, do we want to ask her for the recipe to brew the antidote? Just in case? Or do
I
we
think
need
she just
that?
eats it.
I think she just
eats
eats
the
the
flower
flower. I
straight
think
up?
so.
I
We
think
can
that's
still
what
use
she
just the
said.
flower as leverage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say we take everything we can and it's good deal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll ask if we can take a flower then.
Yeah, she says.
Anything for her downfall. Oh. That makes me think you're going to strike a deal.
No matter. If you do. Hold on 1 second, I think the thing's broken. No matter. If you do,
I'll be prepared in case she comes back. Good luck. Now
Thank
leave.
you.
We leave.
okay.
Yeah.
With that, where do you head to? The play is it's dark now, it's night. And the play is beginning soon.
Are the actors getting picked up from the inn? Or
It would
can we
seem
just
that
head to the
way.
vault?
Like it's kind of like you're gonna be, you know, they were kind of waiting in there till they'll be. You were told that when you're in the vault.
I'll turn back into what's his ass.
Okay.
Galamando.
Galam-
Galamus the
Yes.
wise. Yeah. Mhm.
Galaman the man.
Go back to the inn.
Oh, I forgot how abrasive your voice was like that.
Yes, I've really committed to it.
you can return to the inn, and you'd see the people kind of waiting for you, and you'd see the familiar face of the Largo that had kind of directed everyone before, and it looks across to you, Tack, and goes, Gadamus, it's good to have you out.
Yes.
Got bad news. He looks across all of the others. A lot of the actors had to pull out. Great news for all of you. Gadamus, in case you planned anything with any of the others, this is now the group. This is our acting crew. You see people who are kind of like all of the fans already gone at this point. He goes, we've already started letting people in, their tickets in, they're getting into their seats. Upon arrival, for the rest of you, I know Gadamus, you already know this, walk and talk. He starts walking down the road, and you can see most of the streets are cleared now as everyone's going to this great theatrical performance. He walks along and talks. For those of you who are only understudies, this is how it's going to work. You'll be entering through the front door. The moment you do so, you will hear narration. You will follow the story along like you are characters in it. We ask you not to react to the narration, or at least not directly. It is a voice that you'll be hearing, another one of our actors, or in this case, the judge. As they direct it, move through, perform as you would, allow the trial to begin. You'll have chances to go after the songs. The story that they formulated with this is mostly truth, with some twists in it. That do make it more dangerous, but more exciting. The moment you're ready, you'll walk through those doors. That is when the play begins. At your beck and call. Any questions before you go in?
One question briefly.
Yes.
You said not to react to the narrator in our...
Don't
we
respond
will hear
to
them?
Yes,
Physically? They will be speaking to us.
Everyone can hear them. They are projecting.
What if they ask a question?
Most of them will be rhetorical, along the lines of, can our hero survive this? Don't answer that.
Yes, they can. Oh.
Do you... I must implore you, if you make Lord Madrigal mad, things will get worse in there.
Don't make him mad. And don't answer his... Answering his questions will make him mad, yes.
Ruining the play.
I think I understand. Yes.
Tell a story. Make it theatrical. Make it enjoyable. And win, hopefully. Although a tragedy would be very good right now. Okay. Well, he wanders on the road eastward. You're leading out of the town. You can see the vaults in the distance, kind of standing on that familiar, for those back from the material plane, the familiar kind of lip of jutting hill the Cliffs of Innovation stands. But this time it's decorated all around. You can see all of the lines and queues they built. They've turned this into kind of a proper stadium. As you walk towards it, he goes, okay. There's also no... Once it starts, it must end. You do not have the chance to retreat in this. If you have any second doubts, now would be the time. But otherwise, good luck. He wanders to the front door, stops outside, and you can see the doors are open. But inside instead of looking at the familiar place that you left, Tack, of like halls of built and ornamental, it is a woodland, a dirt track road, all a mirage inside. As walking in will start the play.
I will hang back to be the last one to go in.
Okay.
And as I'm walking next to the little stage manager, I'll put my hand on their shoulder.
I forgot to tell you. My understudy drank a bunch of poison. So if you could deal with that. Okay.
I'll send someone straight on it. Okay.
Have a good show. All right, bye.
Go get him, you. Go get him, you lot. He walks over to a door. As you walk in, he pulls them close, and you see in the backs of the door look like the rest of the dirt track road and the woods. And you are suddenly inside the play. And you would hear the narration begin. Once upon a time, one of the first Archfey placed a high-pitched note into the Song of Creation, and its magic washed through the Feywild, building a replica of the material plane. Creatures of vast power flocked to the Feywild to revel in the new creation. One such creature was the Archhag known simply as the Secret Keeper. And you can see images of it all being projected in front of you, and you can see this great hag who's kind of covered, her face hidden behind her. Together, the two entities established the city of High Note, the Composer and the Secret Keeper. But they were not rulers. The Composer used the song to create a child, Madrigal, who he appointed as the ruler of High Note, and the Secret Keeper left her daughter, Shaboda, to be an advisor to the city once she came of age. Until then, her sister hag Gretel would watch over the city and serve as its hag.
The composer created and gifted the songs of sorrow and joy to Madrigal. The Secret Keeper left her daughter with 7 magpies in a poem. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told. As High Note prospered, so did Madrigal. Shaboda, however, never took over from her overbearing aunt. She would ask question after question about her mother, but Gretel would ignore. One day, a creature from the material plane, calling themselves the Designer, came to High Note, with the intention of building a grand theatre to Madrigal. It would serve both as a theatre and a vault. Lord Madrigal allowed those closest to him to store their prized possessions inside his vault, including when the Secret Keeper returned. She visited the vault, and then Auntie Gretel. Whispering in her ear, the 2 individuals began dancing and exchanged no words to the daughter. But when Shaboda went to her aunt, she told her nothing. When Shaboda went to Madrigal demanding access to her mother's vault, he laughed her out of the building. Again, all of the imagery is being projected in front of you as kind of almost you see the story outplaying. So Shaboda and her 7 magpies plotted. One morning, Shaboda had a new hut, and her aunt was nowhere to be found. A new confidence filled the Secret Keeper's daughter, as, without her aunt present, she would be the city's hag. Some time passed, and Shaboda realized her mother never left her a poem, but a recipe. 7 magpies to find a secret never to be told. At first, she tried tears to replace sorrow, laughter to replace joy, stole children for the golden boy, but her potions would not work. She needed to think grander. And at the dead of night, she sent 3 of her mischief of magpies into the theatre. 1 to steal the song of sorrow, another to steal the song of joy, and the 3rd to steal the voice of a boy, Madrigal. She hid away those 3 sounds within the confines of her Magpie 3 and plotted the rest of her recipe. High Note descended into a cacophony of cries before silence, as Shaboda stole the voices of all the city. You know this to be an embellishment, not true at all. But there is silence in the crowd as they watch. And our story begins with 6 travelers taken to the road, seeking this city of silence, each with a voice of their own. They sought the witch known as Shaboda, but would they find the stolen songs along the way? On a crossroads, the journey onward would lead to the Magpie Witch. But the 2 branching roads were named the Road to Joy and the Road to Sorrow. Which of the 3 paths would they take? And you see, as you've been walking at this point, you see a road to the left of you. Rains. You can see the rain falling down in the distance. The road to the right of you blooming with extra flowers, and the road straight ahead, darker and twisting as it leads towards the real hag's hut. The road to sorrow, the road to joy, or the road to her. Where would you like to go?
We'll probably have to go to all 3, right? If we want to take down the magpies to make her weaker.
Yeah, maybe let's just get sorrow out of the way, right?
Maybe so.
Rip the old band-aid off, yeah.
Yeah.
The heroes chose the road of sorrow, and as they journeyed down the dirt track road, rain began falling on them. The tears of the city collapsed upon their shoulders as they wandered towards a false hag's hut. At the end of the Road of Sorrow, a duplicate of the hag's hut. Outside, a magpie, tears in its eyes, sits upon a cauldron. And when it sees the heroes enter, the cauldron below it begins to bubble and froth over. Hands climb from the cauldron as small creatures. Some would know them as redcaps, but this 5 were known to those in the hag world as the sods of sorrow, as the sad caps climbed out, one by one, to challenge our heroes. And you'd see
as these 5 different redcaps, kind of like evil gnomish creatures, literally like garden gnomes, climb out all together, wielding different weapons. The 5 of them leap out of the cauldron and stand ready.
Get 'em, boys.
As they all rush forward, and we'll end tonight's episode there with you about to fight against 5 sad caps. I'll show you the battlefield so you know what is to come.
Yes, please.
You are up against 5 gnomes. You can see the magpies on there.
So good.
This looks great.
It's cool, right? It's ShayneHawke's map. And you get these are the 5.
Yeah.
They all leap out, and that's who you're going to be fighting at the beginning of next episode once Flutten returns and whatnot. And once we return for the finale of this trilogy, as you find the songs of sorrow, joy, and confront Shaboda. Thanks, everyone, for playing. We do have a bingo to do as well. Which is made for us. So I'll flick over to that. If you tune into the stream, you'll be able to see the bingo. And we'll see if you get one. Hopefully you do. We'll see. Once everyone's got a chance to load it up, I'll go through. But it starts off with the turret gets a kill. There was no fighting in this episode, so we didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
So no turret kill. Next episode we'll have plenty of combat. Ballsack gets a costume. No. Ballsack eats something he really shouldn't. No, he does have a teleport scroll underneath his
it's a
flaps,
teleport
though,
scroll.
which is a very powerful scroll.
Yeah.
It's a good get out of jail free card if this all goes tits up. But non-healing potion consumable used.
The dude who died drank some poison.
True.
That is true. Yeah.
It was used.
It was used.
It was used.
Eats a program. No, you ate a diary though. You did eat a diary.
I ate an entire diary.
Yeah, you ate an entire diary. That was a really cool way to solve that. That was genuinely really cool.
It was.
Severely overpriced food drink. No, you got to give them for free because you became the actors. Majority of actors replaced non-lethally. Yeah. A solo section. Yes. Someone pays with a song. No. I forgot to tell you you could do that, Tack. You can pay with music here in the town, but we didn't get a chance to see any stores.
Oh. Okay.
Pi opts to swim instead of crossing a bridge. No. Mostly just because of time. Homebrew gambling minigame. Very, very briefly, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we did a tiny little just performance check, but nothing. Yeah, I'll give it because you're not going to get the thing off that one. Terrence dies. No. Free square.
Terrence gets a happy ending.
He did get a happy ending. Yeah, I didn't expect him. He does. He really does.
Yeah.
Archfey appearance. I'll give it to you. Technically, there is an Archfey, technically, Gretel is one. She's just not one that reached full potential. Roll initiative, right at the end. I'll give it. Technically, you are about to roll it. Nat 20, yes. Yeah. Sudden personality change. Oh, yeah. No. Nat 1.
Yeah.
Was there?
Yeah.
There was one.
Oh, okay, yeah. You did you did the history check. One of those. Audience boos or throws fruit. No, they were very happy. Pickpockets an NPC. Technically you stole the teleport scroll. 5th level spellcast. No. 30 plus ability check. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
V Blazing Blood. No. Trial gets interrupted. No. And party given script to memorize perform. No. It's all done. There. But I mean, look, we never get bingos because it never lines up. You have the opportunity for like 3 there.
Just a couple of close ones.
Yeah. That's the general rule of thumb with the group.
It's always teetering.
But hey, thank you very much for playing, you lot. We'll go around, we'll do some shout outs, and next week will be the full play, the rest of the play. The fight against these gnomes, finding the Song of Joy, and also confronting a hag, and then also all the rewards and the goodbyes. So, nice fulfilling episode next week. But otherwise, thank you very much for playing. Let's spring around from Dodger. Dodger, where can they find you?
Thanks for watching, everybody. It's very fun to play with some new people, do fun characters. You can find me at Dexbonus on pretty much everything. I stream almost every day. Come hang out.
Again, twitch.tv/Flutten. She had to shoot off a little early, but she'll be back next week for the finale, so check her out in the meanwhile. She streams most days. Benji.
Hello. KingBendrick on Twitch and such. I'll be here next week, same time. Looking forward to that a lot. And I'll play. I'm going to be playing games with Joe on Tuesday, so that's going to be fun too.
Yeah, vintage. Yeah. Bree.
Twitch.tv/BreeBun. I'm making my way through Rebirth for the first time, Final Fantasy VII. It's very good.
Sick.
It's very fun. Yeah.
Shane.
Hi, I'm Shane. I didn't stream much last week because I was prepping for Ren Fair, which I went to on Saturday.
Oh, how was it?
Fun.
Cool.
I dressed up for the first time ever. It was
Really? Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that's
It's so
great.
much fun.
That's really cool.
But I should be back on full Monday to Friday schedule from now on.
Sick.
I don't know what I'm playing next. Something.
Mecca.
Hi. You can find me on twitch.tv/Mekabear. And I'll be live on Tuesday.
Sweet. Have you completed GTA 4?
Hell yeah.
I just finished it,
Nice.
so I'm deciding what to play next, but I might play through the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Oh,
DLC.
sick.
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, it's meant to be really good. All right, well, other than that, there's a Patreon if you want to see behind the scenes. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be live all week playing all variety of games. Lots of Kingdom Come to come. So other than that, though, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks again for joining us, guest stars. We appreciate the hell out of it. You guys are killing it. And thanks for diving into our little world. We'll see you next week for the finale of the Feywild 3, and we'll catch you then. Take care. Peace. Bye-bye.
Take care.